Welcome back to The Read. This week's episode is supported by Squarespace, where you can turn a great idea into a web reality with beautiful templates made by some of the most sickening people from all across the world that make templates for websites. And you get super confused. They've got an award-winning customer support system that is 24 hours and 7 days with people that are always willing to lend a helping hand. So go to squarespace.com/read for a free trial. That's right, free. And use the offer code READ to save 10% off of your first purchase of a website or domain and let them know that we sent you. Let's move on to the show. Really? Where'd you read that? The Weekly World Dum Dum?
Okay, what's the next one?
Okay. I've just had it with all of these movie stars showing off. Look at me with my black baby.
I know this.
Kate, please. Don't get a black baby.
I know this. Oh, look at me and my black baby.
I'm just tired of all these movie stars showing up. Look at me and my black baby.
I know this, that one white woman who's always in everything. Oh my God, I fucking know this movie.
And you're on with the last one?
I do.
Okay. Bitch, I don't know your life.
Fucking baby mama.
Yay!
I knew it. Okay, I feel very proud of myself. I did get it, and that movie is funny.
It is very funny.
So shout out to you.
Welcome back to the show, guys. I am Luand Page.
And I am Marcy Martin.
This is The Read with a special guest.
Yes.
This week, haven't done that in a while.
For the first time in the studio with us.
Welcome, friend to the show and friend to the real life. XD is here with us.
Hey, everybody.
Ew. Oh, okay. You got your sexy voice on.
Yeah, I was going to do NPR.
So give yourself give the people a little intro for those who aren't already familiar with you.
Oh, hey, I'm XD, Xavier Delow, co-host of Jade and XD with Jade.
Oh, Lord, black ass Jade.
Yeah, and, internet extraordinaire.
I've been for a long time.
Yeah.
You've been in this internet game for a minute.
In the streets.
Yeah.
We're from a social media area when social media was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know how old you sound?
Yeah.
Back in my day.
I mean, it wasn't that long ago.
It wasn't.
But there just was a time before celebrities joined social media when people didn't really take Twitter seriously and stuff, and it was just mostly like young niggas and niggas in college.
Yes.
Who were just being ignorant.
Fucking off on the
between
internet.
class and just having a good time.
Good times, good times.
Yeah. R.I.P. though.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining. You're going to be here with us for the show and our shenanigans. Let's not waste too much time. Because, we rant.
We do, right. So let's not get off track.
Black excellence this week goes to two women, civil rights attorney Tina Burnside and a writer and educator by the name of Coventry Cohens. These women co-founded the Minnesota African American Heritage Museum and Gallery, lit in North Minneapolis. First AA museum in the state.
Wow.
So
That's awesome.
this place just opened up. It is 4 stories tall. It's free admission all week. And it is run entirely by volunteer support.
Nice.
So, story goes that Miss Coventry met Lady Burnside at an African American history event that was held at the local church. So, that tells you everything you need to know.
This is the blackest origin story.
It's so black and warm. So apparently Miss or Mrs. Cohens had already had the idea to start this museum and was already going around speaking to people about getting it done, but was looking for partnerships. She brought the idea to Mrs. Burnside And together they agreed to get it started. They were able to get the funding to complete and open up the museum.
Wow.
And
awesome.
yeah, now you can go on in there and learn all about African American history and arts and culture from your state and beyond. Thanks to these two magnificent Black women. You can also go to maahmg.org to learn about the location, the hours of operation. You can go there to learn how to volunteer or how to donate and things of that nature. So
I love that. Black people like preserving our own artifacts and our
1,000.
own history.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's like grandma's Bible, but like in a building.
Yes.
That old family Bible that used to have everybody's birthdays in it.
Yeah.
It's like if Mother Winslow's quilt was a place.
Why do you even remember that?
That's very,
fucking
very
quilt?
true.
Who doesn't
That's the only saving grace
remember
of the
Mother
show.
Winslow's quilt?
Oh man,
That was the best part of the show.
was it?
Next to Myra Monkhouse.
Let me tell you something.
Rest in peace, Myra.
Yeah.
When Laura had to go and buy back that motherfucking quilt from that white
She
bitch.
was in so much trouble. She had to beg, like, yo, lady.
And you know she was broken up about it too because Mama had to shed those tears on set.
She did. She was hurt.
Because Mother Winslow didn't even. She was disappointed.
She was. She was broken hearted,
strongly
Lord, that she would do
disappointed.
something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Strong. I am just so. I think she said ashamed. I gotta go back. Family Matters is on Hulu. She either said she was ashamed or disappointed. But
Whatever it was devastating.
one word you don't want to hear from a Black elder in your
Right.
family.
Especially your grandma.
Your whole world
Shit.
just gone.
Drag
Blessed.
Judy's ass down to that white woman. Yeah. And that white bitch had the
Never to be
nerve
seen
to
again.
act like she didn't want to sell it back. If you don't give these niggas back that motherfucking slave quilt, bitch,
Right,
how
like,
dare
why are
you?
you even-
Bitch, you don't even want it.
Right.
Colonizer bullshit.
She wanted to put it in a museum.
Just give it back, bitch.
That was like some Miss Millie shit. I was good to you people.
Mother Winslow
That's how they act.
had all the scenes, bitch. You remember when they spray painted nigger on Laura's
Emmy Award
on Laura's
winning.
locker?
This is what we be talking about when we say that we get off track out of nowhere.
I'm
Because
sorry.
what the fuck was we talking about?
I just had a family members. You know, I like to keep Link cultured.
right. Okay.
And
raise up a child.
thankfully, right, we have Family Matters on Hulu. I own all of the Martin and things, so I keep her abreast.
Yeah.
And yeah,
She
not
needs
too
to
long
know.
ago, I was revisiting that Family Matters episode. Laura, shout out to Laura Winslow, who was a baddie and also like on the honor roll constantly and was popular.
Yep.
And she wanted that Black History
She
course.
had really good eyebrows too.
Max was jealous. Max couldn't take.
Max was
Yeah,
jealous.
she was
Like-
a hater ass bitch.
And truthfully, that's probably why Judy never came back downstairs.
Yeah.
All right.
Either way, the white folk couldn't take her. It spray painted her locker with nigger. Then there was a riot at the school.
It was also hilarious.
It
That's-
was.
Y'all ain't shit. Y'all are not shit.
Sometimes
Terrible.
racism is funny.
After the first episode, like after it aired, you remember back when like sitcoms would be like tomorrow on a very
Very
special
special
episode.
episode.
Right. Then it was like, I remember watching
Yeah.
it and being like, oh my God, the word nigger is on the TV.
Right.
Being shocked.
Or the child abuse ones when somebody would come to school with a black eye and be like,
Or like the drug one.
did your dad shove you down the stairs? Right. Or the drug one.
Or again on Family Matters when the bitch who played Angela on Boy Meets World got shot. You remember when
Yeah.
Angela got capped for her jacket?
Angela. What?
Yes, and it was a black on black crime episode, remember? Because it was some other hood bitches
no.
that shot her injector for her
I
coat.
do not remember this episode.
And then Steve and Laura and then was out there in front of the school collecting guns.
Oh my God. Collecting guns.
Yes, it comes with a message, a very special episode of.
Oh, God.
That is sad.
Anyway,
America's a
thanks
sad
to
place.
Team, it still sucks.
It does.
It still sucks.
Still- Okay.
Total
Anyway, though.
dumpster fire.
All right, let's move into the pop culture segment of today, which is a segment that we called Hot Tops and the Magic Finger. So
It's always something ungodly.
Yeah. Well, some are the stories. Celebrities are just plain awful. Some.
first of all, I feel like I want to start a segment on here or like a subcategory that just we could just call Who Cares? And we just list.
Okay.
We don't even discuss, but just list the things that like why do we
Okay.
like Stacey Dash getting married or
Clearly
anything to do with whoever Con Air or Con continental breakfast.
I literally have no idea what you're
I
talking
don't
about.
know who. Some rapper. I don't know.
Okay.
I think he met with the president the other day. I don't know. I keep hearing about him. It's so frustrating.
Never heard of him.
Never.
Anyhow, I'm just, there are things in here that you girls be, perpetuating that I just
don't give a shit about.
It gives me gas just thinking about discussing.
Same.
Let's talk about Sheree's joggers. So Sheree,
this was life.
I heard like at least 17 people go, but you care about this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Because this was actually funny.
This was news.
This
news.
This was entertaining as fuck.
So, in something like nobody saw coming because we didn't take it seriously because Sheree absolutely said joggers on the spot because she had nothing else to say.
Right.
So she actually released this new collection of She by Sheree, which still happens because some people are just stubborn.
I appreciate her stick-to-itiveness, though.
I mean,
she persevered. She did.
If there's one thing that you can give Sheree, it is the fact that she never quit.
No.
Even when the rest of us cannot understand why she's still going,
Sheree
will not. She will not let it go.
Out there in that ditch,
she insisted on spending every dime on that house.
Ohio's finest. She did that.
Close to a decade, that house was out there looking like strawberry shortcake sticks and soil.
She believes in the Bible. She had a faith the size of a mustard seed.
But she still ain't put nothing out. That's the best part about this video. First of all, where are the joggers? Ain't no joggers.
Ain't no joggers.
Bitch, a t-shirt with joggers on it and a barcode? What? What is that for? What sense do that make?
So I'm on shebysheree.com.
You oughtn't be. You really should not be.
Actually, it's just ShereeWhitfield.com. So, okay, a couple of things. First of all, there isn't anything for me to buy here.
No.
But there is a cart. Like, I can go and click up here in the right corner, in the top right, and a little shopping bag, and it says your cart is currently empty.
Okay, yes.
No shit, Sheree. There's nothing.
But if you try to continue shopping, you cannot start.
Yeah.
Oh, shop tees. Okay, shop tees. Nope, 404. No. Page you could
Look at all these different payment methods that she accepts for her.
For no merchandise.
For her nothing.
None. There's nothing there.
How you gonna have a fashion show with no fashion?
Even on the internet.
You pay for the mailing list? Or what is it here that's... Okay.
Why can't you even see the video from the... Oh, this is so poorly done.
Because the nigga who shot the video apparently came out after she put this shit up on Instagram and said, how is this video available on Instagram when nobody's been paid for it?
Well, that's a good question. How is it?
She has a problem, like a passing acquaintance with paying bills.
Yes.
Don't a lot of us.
Like, what? Wait, did it? Okay.
That's been her storyline for ever.
Is that she's proud.
Didn't Phaedra do this exact same thing?
Yeah, she did.
To Todd.
With Ace's daddy.
Oh,
yes. Wait. That was like the beginning of the We Hate Candy thing.
Okay. Yes, now I remember this.
Because remember, she was doing that workout video.
Mm-hmm. Like anybody believe Phaedra was really exercising. Girl, you do not look like you work out.
Okay, your jailbird husband look like he works out because he does.
Because he had nothing else to do.
Exactly.
So, and that's fine.
Work out and spend your money.
Sheree is really just in this bra top she's at home. I mean, this is her house.
If we're going to be positive.
That is finished.
She has really nice arms.
I mean, Sheree has a fantastic body. But
yeah.
We're not here for the body. We're here for the clothing, and it doesn't exist.
Well, we're not really here for the clothing either.
Oh, here's the promo video.
We're here for the laughs, and I'm actually also looking for the logic.
Oh my God. The video, whoever did it should not have rushed to claim it because...
Who is that? Hola, como es?
It's leagues and bounds better than that other
kids.
She by Sheree video. Have you seen the first She by Sheree? Well,
it came out a long time ago.
That other one with all those Vivica Fox-esque wigs?
Her son looks like Luke James trying not to be Luke James.
Yes, that's what it is. It's Luke James.
But trying not to be Luke James.
That's who he looks like.
Like his hardest.
Spook James. That was rude. That was so...
See, now that was fucked up.
That was actually wretched.
What? Not this bitch is... Okay, so she's wearing joggers with... Okay, I'm sorry. I done found an extended clip Oh no, she got bitches
Fierce.
posing. Look. Oh my God, in the basement.
Yeah, because that's where they had that argument.
Really? But like, okay, so here's the thing. Even if you really did want a pair of joggers, why would you get them from Sheree instead of Fashion Nova or ASOS or Boohoo or any one of the million other outlets?
Very local, niggardly flea market.
No sense.
Do you understand that I'm going to the USA Flea to get a jogger before I ask Sheree for one?
Okay, that don't make no fucking sense, girl.
Swap meet.
If you haven't seen Sheree's promo video for this new line that don't exist, like it even says go to shebysheree.com.
But ain't no
Shebysheree.com.
But there isn't.
She don't even have pre-orders up. It's like, why is
and
this?
I thought it was funny because she was like spring, summer, September. This dropped in October.
Right.
We are like fully in fall.
We're right. It's time to start buying clothes for the winter that's coming up, sis.
I'm not jogging.
Right.
I'm about to not go outside.
This is not going to be warm enough to just wear those. Like, not even in Atlanta. So, this is just sad. But
can't you just be on that show?
Well, I hope Sheree feels better.
Is she... They're not letting her back on Housewives, right? She got cut.
I don't know. Okay. I think she did.
Oh yeah, I think she did because they bringing Phaedra back.
You know they go back and forth like a lead.
I think they.
They ain't.
I believe they bringing Phaedra back.
Listen, let me tell you something about the Housewives.
Braxtons, right? No.
Oh my God, that was such a wreck
for like 2 episodes, and had the nerve to also be doing promo with. You're not nobody.
What are you doing? You will literally do anything for a check. Anything
is weird, Phaedra.
It is.
It's strange.
It is.
I bet she's gonna end up on Marriage Boot Camp one day.
Ooh,
I bet you a ham sandwich.
With whom? With Apollo when he get out? Apollo would probably do it too. Because
Apollo
he gonna need a check. He gonna need a check.
Or like Mr. Chocolate or whomever that we never saw.
Oh,
that nigga never existed.
No.
I'm
sure she'll buy someone just like Kenya did.
Well, regardless, I think she's coming back on the show next season. But we shall see. God, I'm not in the mood for another 35 episode season of Housewives. I don't care about Kenya's pregnancy.
She's not on it.
She's not on it for sure.
Okay, I don't care about the other one that's pregnant either. What's
Portia?
Her name? Not Toya.
Well, Portia is pregnant by a nigga who has some issue. Okay. He has a company called Queen Virgin Remy.
He's a lady.
He sells hair.
Whoa, he's a lady.
You are going to hell.
Wow. That was hellacious.
See y'all there?
He's also he just settled something with his ex who also sells hair because
oh no.
He got her evicted and then something else.
Oh no,
not that one.
I googled Portia husband and it says Cordell Stewart.
Oh no, that woman is like, looking for I've been delivered so they could fight.
Dennis McKinley.
He got a fade with Homeboy on it.
Oh, who?
Cordell, he sued.
Right, and took all
delivered in one.
I ain't got no more money.
That's why he's working down at the Target.
I'm so mad I even mentioned that. I'm so mad I even mentioned him.
I'm mad you did.
I despise.
I love him, and I'm going to tell you why I love him because I love mess, and he perpetuates all mess.
Every corner of it.
Every nook and cranny.
I just remember him getting on live talking about I went down to the JCPenney and tried to swipe my little debit card and they told me I ain't had no money. And then I called the bank and they said all my assets had been seized because of Cordell Stewart. And I'm like, so you actually had a judgment carried out against you. All your assets were frozen because you ran your mouth and you decided to get on the internet and run your mouth?
When you do faggotry.
All right. See, I feel like that young man has been taken advantage of.
I think he's a little...
Right. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I think he
is...
Like
safety pencil?
I think he is somebody who
is a little extraordinary in his makeup.
Okay.
In his being.
Yes.
And
I agree.
Because of that, I try to keep him as far away from my mind as possible. And on the list where he belongs for the other people who need real.
You're trying so hard to be nice.
Because that nigga gets on my last nerve. But every time I watch a video of him, I'm like, I hope he's talking to somebody. Like, I hope he is speaking to somebody. Because clearly, he was taken advantage of from the moment that we met the nigga in that church.
Oh, Lord.
So,
and he talks about that. He did an interview with BET, I think, and basically he talked about how we went viral, and he said it helped his life, but it also ruined his life. It was kind of sad.
Well, I mean, I'm sure, but I don't got nothing to say about that church anymore. They've been trash. I'm talking about you outside of the church.
Oh, yeah.
Have been a mess for a while because, again, social media spell of you getting that viral attention and then wanting to keep it. You could go and just go work a regular job and be a normal person.
And that would be fine.
That would be fine.
So, no, I don't see, what's her name? Phaedra coming back. But they do have Eva upgraded to full-time.
Oh, yeah, she got married. And
Shamari DeVoe, who is 1/3 of Black. I never knew the girls in Black. I never knew their names.
Like, the group Black.
Yeah. Not 1/3 Black. 1/3 of Black.
BLAQUE. Got it.
Yes.
Got it.
And then whoever this Tanya Time girl is.
I only know the girls from Black as Natina, LaFred, and Janelope because those were the names of the Clovers. And in fact, I think Natina was one of those other two names, but I don't.
It was something close to that. Like, it sounds familiar, but. All right. I was actually looking forward to some mess with Phaedra and Candy, but I guess we won't get it this time.
If not this season, certainly the next. At some point, Candy will be over it, and Phaedra will call up Andy or whoever she's got to shed a tear to, and they'll be like, okay, girl, come on.
Nene in this wig. Why do y'all still let her out the house in these wigs? My God. Okay. Anyway, lovely. Anything else with Sheree's ass or... Let's she
talk
done?
About some nice things.
Okay, I like nice things.
Where do I want to start? Okay, so Meghan Markle's pregnant. Congratulations for her. The only thing I'm excited about for this is to see Meghan Markle's mama walking with a royal mixed baby on her hip and her nose ring in her nose. You know, I just want to see those pictures.
I mean, that baby is going to be mixed like by technicality alone.
Yeah.
However, the ancestors do show out with that quarter.
Let me tell you something. You can't hide us.
You never know.
Absolutely not.
It might just be a little extra curl in that hair.
It may just be one little something here or the next.
Yep. Just a little brown where somebody else don't have none. That's right.
Niggas gonna be looking at you like, you got a little something in there.
You got a little of them edges.
You spicy.
A little nutmeg.
Yeah.
What is that?
Well, I actually did not hear that. Congratulations, Meghan Markle. That's great.
Yeah,
you've been being low-key and gay and just living your life.
I actually have. I just got back from your city being low-key and gay.
Yeah.
All weekend long. It was fun.
That's cute. My city is a great place to be low-key and gay.
It was a great place. We had a great time.
That's a great city to be low. That's a great city to be low-key in a lot of things.
Yeah.
Gay, bi, dead.
That's very true.
Wait a minute.
Rap has taught me all of those things.
Oh my God. The best part about the trip was on the way back, we took an Uber to the airport and the driver had a note. It was a black woman. And I knew she was Caribbean because her name was like David Ann.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, okay, Ann, see you, sis. And she had a sign up in the car that said, do not touch my radio or my AC under no circumstances.
Queen.
And I was like, she's not fucking with y'all. She absolutely means
she will put a root on you.
She was delightful.
You know what? I just got tired of even having to open my mouth and say it. Like, we're just not even going to have that conversation.
Do not touch my shit.
Don't touch my shit.
I don't give a fuck if you're a passenger or not.
I don't care.
Do not touch my fucking radio.
Period, the end.
I just love it.
But then, like, who has the audacity? I know who has
white
the
people
audacity.
do. White people get in your car and change the radio.
That is horrible.
So she had to write a sign.
Especially in Miami, drunk-ass Miami.
Oh, yeah. She had to make sure y'all knew the
motherfuckers will touch your radio right before they vomit into it.
See? No,
so shout out to all of you kind Lyft drivers out there or whatever driving app you're on who are putting up with niggas fuck shit.
She was very sweet, but she didn't take no shit.
You don't get enough credit, especially not in this city, because most of the motherfuckers in this city ain't shooting. If we being honest.
Well, all right.
A lot of these drivers in New York specifically.
Oh, well, don't get me started.
No,
The
horrible.
ghetto.
You go to another city, almost any other city in the country, and use like Lyft or something. Like, oh, some of y'all are kind. Like, I forgot that like regular people drive these cars sometimes.
Oh, yeah, because I don't
Yeah.
get too many like just regular everyday citizens in New York who are driving for those ride shares. It's always people who drive like full time.
Like, right.
Right, like that's their
Who
job.
upgraded from just driving a regular yellow cab, I guess.
Like,
If it's
they're
an
doing this
upgrade,
to
I don't
feed
even know
their
how the
family.
finances look.
Yeah.
I think
I
they make
mean-
maybe a couple cents more than a regular. I don't know how that
Maybe.
works.
They make a lot of money.
Do they make way more than a yellow cab?
Yeah, it depends on how much they hustle. Yeah.
Okay, I guess that makes sense.
Or if you haven't like paid off your medallion, if you spent like a couple million or 1.5 million on a yellow cab medallion, and then Uber and Lyft popped up and took away all your rides, I would be sick behind that shit.
Rue
But,
the day.
I mean, it's not my fault y'all don't want to come uptown into Brooklyn or Queens or nowhere else. Like,
Yo, y'all be here in Brooklyn and Queens and still be acting like you don't see my black ass.
okay.
Right.
So,
And it's not my fault. MTA is garbage. And
what do you want? What do you want from me?
I don't have 3 hours to spend trying to get home today. Anyway,
My
though,
blood pressure's up now.
I'm just thinking about it.
Speaking of pregnancy, Kaylani has a child inside of her uterus, her womb,
Yes.
Yeah, her uterus.
her uterus,
Same thing.
uteri.
No.
Just one.
So yeah, she just announced like a couple of days ago with these photographs. She's 4 months pregnant. I'm not reading this poem, but it's just really long.
It was exactly what I expected out of a Kalani pregnancy announcement.
Yeah, it's
Exactly.
She wrote a poem.
No, but it's just long.
I want to say because I have something to share, but like
Do you have a pregnancy poem?
no, I just got some really horrible news the other day that I found out my cousin is a spoken word artist.
Okay, I thought
I really thought this was going to a
right.
dark
I'm like,
place.
oh no,
No, but like
your
for real,
cousin.
in 2018.
So what is this a male cousin?
No.
Okay, a lady cousin.
Yeah.
And so she's inviting niggas to like clubs to come snap at her.
Yeah. And it also, like, her son's a rapper now. Like, pray for my family. Keep me lifted.
Wait, your cousin's son raps?
Yeah.
So she's doing spoken word, he's rapping.
Yeah.
So they're flowetry.
Wow.
Wait, yeah.
You can't handle it.
So what, they don't like each other?
Yeah.
You just call them flowetry.
I
Well, I
that's-
was just
that's
thinking- I
low-key.
mean-
That's low.
You
key
know
the
they
truth. but yeah, I just mentioned. I was gonna bring it up during the the letter portion, but I just had it on my spirit.
Well, I'm sorry for you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep you in my thoughts and
Right.
prayers.
In this dark time.
Oh, my dark, perilous
A
times.
mess.
So we got to see these photos of this flower tatted mixed baby young person.
Yeah.
And she's got her little tatted belly and she looks like the sun is, radiating.
Did you see the
It's
baby
growing.
daddy?
I did see the baby's father.
Oh, I didn't. Where is he?
Right here. There you go.
This is such an Oakland bitch pregnancy photo shoot.
Isn't it?
Yeah. Shout out to the.
But
baby.
like-
These crocheted flowers on her titties.
Right.
Oh, he's black.
And
Oh, okay.
So they're both bi
Oh, nice.
or queer. I don't know.
Yeah, it's about to be the most progressive.
Okay.
Baby.
Okay.
This
on the
rainbow
planet.
child of the universe.
Yes.
Oh, dearest
Very
little
much,
girl. This is so sweet.
A vegan baby.
It's gonna be a good. They're gonna raise him right. I have faith.
Yeah, this is really well. I mean, her pictures are lovely, and she seems very excited to be a mother. So
Yeah.
I'm happy for her.
Yeah.
Those photos actually gave me a little pick me up that day. I don't
Yes,
know.
this is
I
it.
saw him and I was just like, oh, you look so cute with your little tatted bump.
Right. This
And-
is actually really adorable.
And like in all seriousness, Kalani has been through a lot on the internet and just
Yeah.
in general, and so the
That's
fact
true.
that she's
Yeah. Like most young
genuinely
people.
happy,
Yeah.
was like, oh, we don't see that enough.
Of course, this also led me to a reminder of how dumb
Well,
so many of y'all are. The amount of people who were like, I thought Kehlani was dating a girl. I was just like, all right, close tab. And then I just went on YouTube and watched Foolishness.
I mean,
Or
do
played-
y'all know you can date a girl and still get pregnant?
Whoa! What?
I know that
It doesn't actually stop your reproductive organs from functioning. You can still.
stiff wear.
Right. It just sucks to somehow it sucks sometimes to be in a position where you like have sense,
but then don't
witness nonsense. You know what I mean? It's just, it's so basic. Like, even if Kehlani was a hardcore strap captain, like let's say
B.O.D.
that this, thank you.
I know a couple of those.
Pregnant.
Yeah.
Okay, I have seen a walking.
Done fucked around and got your boy pregnant.
Right. Cropped wife beater so that the fucking belly could come out.
Yes.
I have seen hardcore
Right.
pregnant studs. So,
But Kehlani seemed like the pansexual, I don't give a fuck, I just vibe with vibes type.
that's my thing. Like, even if she were like, if we were under the impression that she dated women exclusively, that would never have stopped her from getting pregnant.
Right.
But we also know that Kehlani dates men. So
Yeah.
I don't see
why
how
are
it's
niggas being-
confusing that she could be pregnant.
Niggas were just being niggas.
Yes, because
True.
because for some people everything is a joke or is the opportunity for a joke. So
Yeah.
they will they would rather be ignorant about it than just be like, "Oh, congratulations on growing a person inside your body."
And then it's like, oh, well, this nigga's gay. Why the fuck? Like,
And so the fuck?
I think so many of y'all are used to having babies by accident that you don't, like, I guess it's,
right. Oh, God.
it's sort of shocking. I mean, no shade. That's how many people, if not most niggas,
it is.
got here. You know what I'm saying? So it's not that that's a bad thing. I think that some people are
Especially
sort
if you're
of
born in
like,
the 80s.
Happened
hello?
to a lot of it.
come on. Many of y'all were accidents and went on to do amazing things. And you were given love anyway. So I'm not saying that from a negative place. I'm saying I think that so many of y'all are just accustomed. Like, you're not used to two people deciding to have a family outside of what you see being like the heteronormative child bearing process. I don't know. Like,
No,
these
it's
two
true.
niggas just decided they wanted to have a kid and then they
And that
did
was it, right.
So what?
Simple as that. But people can't see past their noses to even, get to that part.
I mean, if I had the money, I would do the same thing. I would be like, okay, you know what? It's time to have a baby. I'm ready to get pregnant. I'm going for it.
Some of y'all are going to have that mentality at some point because you keep having to get rid of the same niggas or the same type of niggas
Yeah.
Oh, well,
for
yes.
years and years and years before you have to finally be like, you know what? Okay, I want to
Fuck
have
it.
kids. And I don't know how I'm going to, I'm that whole idea. I thought I was going to like meet the nigga and fall in love and we would be stable for years first.
no, you thought-
Clearly not going to happen because all you suck. So at this point, I got to do what I got to do for me.
Just looking for a daddy.
Yeah.
Which Portia should be doing, but whatever. Either way, so congratulations to Kehlani and to this nigga plays the guitar. I don't know if this is Javi or Javi. It is Javie.
I think it's Javi.
I'm just guessing.
Because Javi don't sound like a name.
I just feel like Javi is vibier.
yeah, Javi. That's probably short for
me and
something.
Javi. Like,
Yes.
Javier or something.
Right.
Javiandro. Is that the name?
No.
Damn.
You know what? It probably
Javi
is.
Alejandro.
You did not just Lady Gaga.
Javi Alejandro.
Okay, you ain't shit. You are
You
not
said it.
Well, no, okay. Check. Yes, technically I
Technically,
did.
you just put it into song.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Solange is coming.
Can't wait.
At any moment, it seems. She spoke with T Magazine, the New York Times Style magazine, about this new album that she's currently working on, which apparently has taken her from all over the place, including New Orleans to Jamaica.
70 states.
Like, so
I'm ready deep down in my soul.
I stand.
So I read in this interview, right, that I didn't even know this, that a lot of the songs from A Seat at the Table were like 15 minutes long before she went back and like chopped,
Oh
went
my
back
God.
and
Yeah.
cut them up to be like,
Edited it.
okay, let me make these.
So it's not a 6-hour album.
Can you imagine
Which
like
I
a
would have bought.
vinyl?
I want the
Like
cutting room
limited
floor clips.
edition.
Yes.
Imagine Cranes in the Sky.
15
20
minutes long, nigga. I could listen to that.
You would start crying.
I start crying in the first 3 bars of the song.
Oh my gosh. And
I
there were
try to
so many
drink it
switch ups and different things and
Yes.
probably just 10 whole minutes of
Movements.
instrumentation.
Because Raphael
riffs
Sadiq was
or-
on it, so it was just good.
It was extra.
Solange, don't be afraid
Mm-hmm.
to release some form of long ass. Because I'll pay. What do you want?
I want it so bad.
Absolutely.
I will give.
Yes,
Anyways,
and I will buy it on vinyl.
so it seems like this new album is in the same process of her recording these long ass things and just doing whatever she wants till she's finished, and then having to figure out.
Man, that is the life. Imagine being able to just lock yourself away and create all day long and just put it out whenever you want to, and you don't have to ever worry about money because you're just
drink
rich.
some sweet tea and
You just look so
vibe.
good, right? And you just vibe all day and just write. Ugh,
Yeah.
I'm jealous.
So it says here that the album, which again could be arriving at any day now, just
What if it
I just
comes
see
out on Friday?
fall. I mean, I don't know, but she says there's a lot of jazz at the core, but with electronic and hip hop drum and bass, because I wanted to bang and make your trunk rattle. Solange, I will throw this computer across the room.
Don't play with me, girl.
It's
A
like
jazzy.
Winston Marsalis
funky-
and Beat King, bitch.
And I didn't get to go to her last tour.
Oh,
So I'm not-
I'm sorry for you.
I'm seeing this at
didn't
least
either.
3 times.
I saw her a couple times. I saw her when she performed at Dave Chappelle's show at Radio City. She
Yeah,
had her
yeah.
own show at Radio City.
And I didn't even get to see Chappelle during that last era, that last run through that he did. So
Me
I was
either.
tight about that too.
He had a joke about Asian women, and
Of course
the
he
white
did.
folks were cracking up, but it was an Asian girl like 2 or 3 rows behind me, and she was pissed.
I remember
she was
hearing about
not
that.
letting it go. She was so mad.
I remember hearing about that.
I was
I've only
like, well,
seen
sis.
Solange once when we were all together when we saw her at the laundromat.
Oh,
oh,
yes.
yeah.
When we went to that Brooklyn laundry
And she
Yeah.
like laughed at something you said.
because she
Yeah, you
said
were
she was
freaking
moving
out.
to New Orleans, and I was like, yes,
Like
that is it.
she was being interviewed, I think, by Miss Info.
Miss Info, yeah.
Up on the top of the washing
laundromat.
machines.
And she
in the
performed laundromat.
A
And she
real
performed
wash house
laundromat.
in I'm so glad we saw that. What a moment.
That was
That
such
was-
a
that was a
great,
good time.
God, that was everything.
we're poor, but New York isn't so bad. moment.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was
Yeah.
such a great, like, okay, this is worth it. It's okay.
That's when you both
All
just
right.
moved here.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
hadn't
we
been
had
here
just
very
moved,
long. We had
right.
absolutely nothing, but we got to see Liz Solange.
Yes, that's so wild.
Anyhow, I just need this as soon as possible, Solange. I'm so excited.
Me
I don't
too.
even
Me
know
too.
what to
Very
fucking
much
tell
so.
you. A visual gift and a goddess. Meanwhile, Beyonce is over here playing games with us
Reindeer
alongside Calendria. I don't really.
These hoes.
I was shaking. Because I was like, bitch, I have to get Tidal again.
You was sick, like, God damn
I
it.
was like, damn it.
That's the way to do it sometimes if that's what you got to do.
Oh, you know,
what I'm
I
saying?
suck it up. I charge it to the game, but I was just like,
Well, you know what? I have a family plan. You could just be on it because my mama is wasting my
I
damn money
just
anyway.
saw you talking.
yeah.
You might as well just put you on my damn family
Thank
plan
you,
because
'cause I
she
need
is
to be ready.
tripping.
Yeah, I have to stay ready.
She won't use none of them fucking apps. Anyway.
So there's first of all, the Hive, which shout out to the Beehive because
Better than the FBI, the CIA,
nigga,
B613.
nigga. So she posted this photo of a rose up on Beyonce.com, I think, at some point. It was very much just here's a photo of a rose. And that was it.
Yeah.
And that's enough.
And that was enough because the bitch
Because
posted
she did
photos
it
of herself
before.
sniffing lemons.
Right.
And shit with lemon printed
Right.
sundresses and shit like
Right.
that. And we were just like, oh my God, Beyonce's so fine. And went on about our
And
business.
then wrecked my life.
And she was like, no, stupid.
And
I was
wrecked
trying to
my
give you
life
signs, you
for
stupid
2
fucks.
whole years.
I
So-
love how she gets all extra close up on these pictures so you can see how much better her wigs are than the rest of ours.
I'm so tired
And
of
how
her.
beautiful
It's
she
like,
is.
ooh,
she
bitch,
is
find the
so-
lace. Do you see the? No,
There's
do you
nothing-
you don't see the lace. It's
Oh?
like it's growing right out of my head.
No, look at
Do you
that.
see it? Okay.
Like, looking at, she is so
She
beautiful.
is gorgeous. It don't make no fucking sense. Okay, so new album Rosewater coming out when?
Rosewater, is that your theory?
Water.
No, you know I got to tap into my
Okay.
Beyonce third eye spiritual connection that I have with the
Stay
nonsense.
woke, sis.
At some point, this Instagram page pops up. It is, bitch. Okay, hold on. I just saw something. So it says like Rose for you, for being in Roman numerals, but I just looked at it and it also looks like it says Rose Ivy. But anyways, I'm sorry. That's just probably me being high. So the only people that this page, which has 10.3 thousand followers at this point, which means a lot of y'all sleep. The only people this page follows at this point, Beyonce, Kelly, Tidal, Netflix, and Nicki Minaj.
No.
Oh.
So
I'm sorry.
Maybe it's not real. Sorry. Maybe it's a hoax, guys.
So
JK.
there's only 3. I was so pissed that this wasn't announced before we got to the studio because I'm afraid that what's going to happen is as soon as we're done,
Yep, as soon.
It's going to be announced. Or
watch the album come out tonight.
First thing tomorrow morning, right, or at midnight or some shit.
Right.
There are 2 clips on here and 1 photo. One of them is a flower or a rose that's opening up, and another one just seems to be like flames and the word you. And you can hear a tiny little clip of music. It sounds like Beyonce laughing and maybe Kelly and Beyonce sort of doing this harmonizing, sexy sigh, exhale thing. It's clearly a song.
Right.
Like a tiny snippet of a song of some sort, I think.
The Hive said that it's background vocals from Grown Woman, but I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
I don't buy that. There's also a photo on here that just has, again, Roman numerals that look to be 1 and then 4, which leads a lot of people to think that on January 4th, something crazy is going to happen. Rose Bowl concert will be available to stream on Netflix January 4th. Is that just a guess?
What?
Maybe.
Rose Bowl concert?
When is the Rose Bowl?
The game?
No, when they record, because I feel like I know that they recorded when On the Run 2.
At the Rose Bowl. Okay.
And I do know that she has, it's been reported that she has a deal with Netflix.
Yeah, that's for sure.
So maybe that could be it.
Okay, these are my only guesses, right? I don't think that this is a Beyonce album. I know that that Kelly posted a video on her Instagram not too long ago where she was playing what sounds to be a new Kelly Rowland song in the background.
Okay.
I'm thinking this is either a female Watch the Throne with Beyonce and her sis,
which I would be here for
me. Okay,
just fuck me right on up.
Yeah.
Or follow me.
Okay.
I'm gonna try because you know where it sometimes.
What if this is like a playlist reminiscent of what Drake did with More Life? What if it's like a Beyonce album with bits of Kelly, and then maybe Kelly has a song that's just Kelly. Maybe there'll be appearances from other girls. Maybe Chloe and Halle may have a joint on there. Maybe Solange. Maybe Blue Ivy has her first solo debut. Maybe it's just like a compilation of Beyonce produced, directed music from all sorts of directions. I would assume Nicki Minaj will be on there on some form, because why else is she being followed?
Right.
And then the visual aspect will take place on Netflix as well as Tidal. So my guess is one of those 2, or it's a Beyonce album or a Kelly Rowland album.
Well, the thing is, that sounds a little ridiculous, but also like something Beyonce could easily pull off.
Yeah.
Because
I don't disagree with you, only because of the fact that when she had time off, she was on Broadway a lot. And so pulling these elements from Broadway shows and having this playlist that you're mentioning and having this visual concept from other people and places, that could work.
You know what it would be like? A rose just for me.
Yeah.
I'm reaching out.
Really?
I don't know. But I'm just saying, I'm just how these riddles shit. I'm stupid.
They
I don't
playing
know.
with us.
Yeah.
They playing with us.
Was high
Miss Tina posted a picture of Kelly and Beyonce laughing, talking about Cher. What's so funny? Right. Like, yeah, all of y'all are laughing at us.
You know, Miss Tina.
Right. You know what it is. And
then
she
months
and
later,
Kelly and Beyonce and Solange are all in a group chat just hee at our dumb
months
asses.
later than Miss Tina. I had to keep it in for so long.
Right.
Right. You be like, girl.
Exactly. All the
you was
dancers
not
and shit be
tortured.
like, finally, we get to talk about it.
Right.
And then you find out that it's actually the On the Run tour concert played backwards.
Right.
Some other shit we missed when we should have seen.
Whatever it is, y'all are gonna get my money, my stream,
Time.
my ticket, all that shit.
Energy.
So
Get your beef fund up.
8 count.
it's literally always ready.
Yeah.
So
just saying for those
just whatever you
of
gonna
us
do.
who don't have one, it's the time.
I mean, we tell niggas all the time to stay ready.
Yeah, you
Every
got to.
check, just
You
put
got to.
$5 aside.
Yeah.
So that you always have, $20, $30 just in case.
Budgeting.
Because you never know.
Budgeting. I'm with that.
This has been very nice news.
Isn't it?
Thank you, friend.
Cassie and Puffy broke up.
A while ago.
Beast got announced.
Yeah.
Yeah, months ago apparently, but Cassie's people have officially confirmed it to be fact, which I'm guessing means that she has got a new wardrobe and cried her tears if she cried at all, and
new home, and that was it.
She cool.
Yeah.
I feel like she broke up with him though.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah,
I honestly wouldn't be surprised because Diddy don't seem like the type of nigga to want to have an emotional connection with a woman. He look like the type to just want to have the baddest bitch.
Of course not. He's from Harlem. They don't believe in emotion.
Now, see, I've never been with a Harlem nigga.
Ooh.
Oh, have you done the long distance Brooklyn to Harlem connection?
When I used to live uptown.
It is a long distance.
Yeah, when I used to live uptown, I dated somebody who was uptown, and that was, they talk a lot.
They just run their mouths.
They do. They are boogie type niggas, and they just like move a mile a minute.
You ain't
and
shit.
I could see why Cassie was like, you know what, 2 fingers up.
Yeah, I feel like Cassie was just like, I've had enough of this. I've had my fun. I've gone to the award shows and galas and all that, and I'm just tired of this nigga. Like, it's time to move on and do something else.
Yeah, she probably could bag a billionaire now, or she could. She's a very sweet girl.
I like Cassie. She seems like a very sweet girl. She is very pretty. I could look at her for hours and things like that, and she will more than
best thing
certainly be fine. So it's just not even like, this isn't even like a big story. They have been dating for a long time at this
10, 11 years. Yeah.
So since me and you, right?
Okay,
because that's just about when he snatched her ass up from Ryan Leslie.
Damn, and she ain't put nothing else out since then.
She has.
She dropped like some mixtape, some random singles.
She was on the Saint Heron.
Oh, right, yeah, she was on the Saint Heron mixtape album thing, and I like that song.
Her mixtape was quietly good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right, that was real quiet, but I'll check it out because I have not heard it.
Her mixtape was like one of those things that like
gays
the gays.
listen to.
There you go. I knew you were going to touch and agree. I knew you were going to touch and agree.
I was telling Jade this the other day. I was like, there's just certain artists that only gays listen to.
Yes, Don Richard, Tinashe.
Oh, yeah.
Cassie.
All the dolls.
Yeah, all the dolls, all the different dolls.
I only listen to Cash Doll because she's the only doll that can rap.
Dumb Blonde.
Yeah.
Now,
sorry, girls
very
do not listen to.
Do we?
Yes, gay niggas love Dumb Blonde. Don't do that.
They do. I actually like them. So
See?
oh shit.
Oh shit.
Don't do that.
You know what? I can't even think of a Dumb Blonde song, so maybe I never actually tried.
I don't really know the names. They all sound like, white girl pop music, which, I could be into.
Yeah, it depends.
Yeah. Like when if you live in LA and you go to the Abbey and it's just like, oh, this is fine.
Oh my God.
Sometimes there's a fun.
Speaking of white girl pop music, can you settle a debate, please?
Oh, bitch. I'm so tired.
Okay. I've been waiting.
I'm so tired of this motherfucking bullshit.
Which song is better?
I'm going to eat my cookie from
Which song is better? Rumors by Lindsay Lohan or Stars Are Blind by Paris Hilton?
Oh, God. Okay. So I've been wrestling with this.
And you have to, don't you?
No, yeah, you do, because they're both iconic.
You really do have to think about it.
Yeah, because when I thought about all this, then Hillary Duff came in, and then
Hillary Duff is still slaying the girls.
Yeah. Right, so nobody brought Hillary Duff into this. That's different.
Hillary Duff still that bitch.
Yeah, unproblematic fave.
Hello?
Yes, facts.
But I have to go with the feminist anthem known as Rumors.
Thank you so much!
I had to.
Thank you so
much. My
iconic
life.
video, iconic choreography.
Iconic what?
Iconic hair, iconic lyrics. Honestly, iconic album. The album was
She
good.
was fed up. She was tired of the rumors starting.
She was tired of everybody's shit.
Yeah, she was.
Thank you. You just mad because you're...
I went back. I listened to the songs.
Mm-hmm.
I put them both on my Apple Music.
I watched the videos. Same.
And this is not to say that Paris Hilton did not deliver.
I like both songs.
Okay.
The reason I think that I like Stars Are Blind more than Rumors is because Rumors to me sounds like a very generic pop song that anybody could have done at that time. It also sounds very early 2000s. It also looks very early 2000s.
You could be literally describing Stars Are Blind right
now.
now.
You could.
I feel like less
Really?
Less so as like, I mean, because I'm just thinking about Lindsay trying to hit that choreography and that tired ass skirt and that jacket that absolutely looks like it was probably cute at the time. What, 2003?
That fashion era was a bad one. We don't have to.
And it inhibited her from moving, regardless of the fact if she had that white affliction or whatever. But it was just, but you know, like the denim skirt just really
I love
prohibited her moving.
I loved it.
Ever. All I will say about this is, first of all, Bossy is the song that you should be talking about if you're mentioning any Lindsay Lohan song, because it's leaps and bounds.
Listen, the whole album really.
I enjoyed that album.
Yeah.
What was it called? Unadulterated?
I just wish she would still take the advice that she gave.
Oh,
on
I
that
don't know
album
what she doing now. I don't know what she.
Did you not see that video of her?
Oh no, I did. It was shown to me. Of whatever the fuck she was going through.
You talking about the kidnapping?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
the attempted
that
kidnapping.
Was a mess. I don't know what her fucking problem is.
Bitch, what? But anyway, I got to relive a whole bunch of early 2000s underrated white girl bops on my Twitter timeline.
Did you revisit Willa Ford?
Oh,
we went through Willa Ford.
Yeah.
You know, I tried to go through.
She goes by Meghan Trainor now.
Wow. All
right. So let's just move right on because I hate this fool. Shit.
You can be mad at the truth all you want.
I don't care about this Drake and Pusha T thing.
I don't either. Oh, thank God, because I was just saying, who the fuck cares?
I'm not interested in it anymore.
Like, I don't care how you found out that Drake had a baby because everybody fucking knew.
Everyone knew.
The bitches' pictures, the baby shower pictures were on the shade room.
My nigga,
God, who cares?
You talking about who sent the picture to who, and Pusha T is talking about, oh, we found out from one of 40's hoes and all stuff. Like, nigga, y'all was talking about when the baby was born. We were talking about when the girl was pregnant.
Right.
Like, this is not.
It wasn't a secret. So just stop.
This isn't interesting anymore.
It isn't.
Yeah, no.
Either put out a song or shut up. I do not care about y'all talking about y'all fucking feelings.
Yeah.
I'm more interested in the fact that LeBron James has a show about, you know, him talking in the barbershop or whatever.
Right.
Yeah,
he has his own kitchen table talk.
He has his own kitchen
It's a really good show, and they have fine niggas on there.
They do.
Yeah, shout out to Maverick Carter.
Just like a lot of barbershops.
Yeah, they do.
Man, fine and problematic.
And then he was randomly performing on stage in LA with Drake dressed like Fresh Prince.
Which was so interesting because I never knew that now, like, LeBron is like the OG or something. Like, he was like, I text Bron, and I was like, why?
Right. And LeBron was like, and what'd I tell you?
Yeah.
But like his great uncle.
Yeah, Bron is like that nigga to them.
I was like, yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't care about the Pusha and Drake going back and forth. I don't. It means nothing.
It doesn't matter because it got to lead me into something else that I'd rather talk about anyway, which is, did you see my princess Zuri James singing along to the Frozen soundtrack?
No.
In the car with her daddy?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
What a fucking gift. That girl
she's so
has
cute.
been here before. And
I wouldn't mind a show with the Jameses.
I would watch that.
Just, yeah.
They would never give it
Primarily
to us.
Savannah and...
Yeah, and I would never blame them.
Oh, LeBron and Zuri have a Frozen sing-along in a Maybach.
He said she listens to what she wants. She controls the radio.
Yes.
When she's there singing along to her jams. And he's bopping along too because you better get hit.
Wow.
I stan. From the moment where I saw her fake laughing on camera, that you remember that one time when she was like cackling?
And then
she changed her face like, okay, I'm finished.
Mm-hmm. Like, all right, bitch.
She has been here before.
Oh, this little girl is so cute.
I'm just so excited that you know, very beautiful, innocent little girl gets to grow up rich.
Oh my God. Yeah. Why does it look like they're in a private jet? This car, my God.
It more than likely
LeBron
flies.
Getting into it.
Yeah, and LeBron is into it.
He's jamming.
You have to. Oh my God.
I'm really just upset that it is Frozen, but I'm trying to move past that.
You can't do nothing about that fucking song.
LeBron,
all the babies love it.
If you don't play her Moana, you know what? She probably see Moana too.
Right.
And she probably saw Moana
Time soundtrack.
Something.
Zuri was probably in A Wrinkle in Time.
She's like,
yeah.
Oh, bitch, you didn't catch me?
Yeah, I was always
production credit.
I was right there, girl, helping Oprah Tessa.
Yeah.
I really liked that movie.
I did too.
It took me a couple watches, and then I was like, okay, I'm into it.
Yeah.
Well, that's just about it for this week for Hot Tops and the Magic Finger, not by Roald Dahl.
Hitting that magic spot.
Now, see, you didn't have to. You made it gross.
finger about then if it wasn't about the prostate?
Like double clicking.
Right.
In the words of Blanche Devereaux, some people just don't know when to quit.
You know what? And on that fucking note, we will be right back.
Hey guys, this week's podcast is being brought to you by Care Of. Back to school time means, first of all, mental blessings for me. Mm-hmm. But it also means that you're always on the go, so there is not as much time to devote to staying healthy. Care Of can make taking care of yourself this fall easy with personalized vitamin and supplement packets. Whether you're looking for an extra boost to stay in shape after summer or wanting to add supplements for energy, stress, and sleep to your routine, Care Of has tons of options to match your needs, all of which get delivered right to your door in personalized, easy-to-remember daily packs, perfect for a busy, on-the-go lifestyle. So you really ain't got no excuses. Better yet, your monthly subscription box can be easily modified at any time so you can give your immune system a little extra love and tender love and care when winter gets ready to breathe its Game of Thrones hell.
Yes, and
onto our lives.
her raggedy ass is just right around the
Here she
corner.
is.
And so all I have to do is go log on to the Care Of website and just adjust it. Like, I'm going to need something because I'm getting less sunlight now.
Yeah.
And I'm going to need something to help me get outside because, fuck the cold. Whatever it is, you need something to boost your immune system because everything and everybody around you is filthy. Care Of can help out. So to get 25% off your first month of personalized Care Of vitamins, visit takecareof.com and enter code READ. That's takecareof.com. Enter code READ for 25% off your first month of personalized Care Of vitamins. 'Tis the season to really give yourself a boost, girl. Let them know Xavier and Crystal sent you, and let's get back to the show.
Okay, so it's time for us to read your letters.
It sure is. Send your questions to asktheread@gmail.com. We may just read them aloud on the show. Let's see here. I need a name for a bisexual nigga.
Jay.
Okay, we can't use Jay because Jay has been like every nigga name.
Jamal.
Jamal.
Yeah.
All right.
That's around the corner. I can see that.
Yeah.
Jamal said, ever since I was a kid and realized dick could be fun, I have wondered where I land on the gay or confused question.
Get to the second sentence.
In high school, I told my friends I was bi, but they told me I was actually confused and scared and would eventually settle on coming out as fully gay. Well, college happened, and so did a lot of ass and puss.
Of course.
And it solidified my bisexual label that I knew in my mind I was. I now happen to have some friends who are also bi, and we always fight over whether we should tell women that we are. The guys I frequent usually call me a slut or a hoe when they find out I date women too, but they get over it. I never let women I date find out I'm bi because whenever I hear women talking about staying with a guy who did something gay in their past, it's a bunch of, oh, hell nah, fuck that gay nigga shit. Look at Molly and how she played herself with the Enterprise dude.
Oh, she did.
Now Kalani is pregnant. Fine ass Jared, and she played herself.
Yeah, Jared,
anyway,
Fine dad bod Jared.
now Kalani gets pregnant by a fellow bi, which is giving me hope. But what's the chance I'm going to meet an accepting fine ass woman like that? Especially because I'm entering law school next fall, and I'm going to be around a bunch of prudes. What is y'all opinion about bi men being open with women about our sexuality?
There are prudes in law school?
I mean,
all I would be doing is fuck.
I imagine everybody in law school like has a coke problem.
I was gonna say that. They have a affinity for the Miley Cyrus.
That's what I thought, but hell, maybe not.
All of the above, whatever could get me through.
Yeah. So what do y'all think? Should we avoid Jared's mistake and keep the gay admission to ourselves? Thanks for reading this, Jamal.
I don't know how to answer this question, to be honest with you. I think it's a slippery fucking slope.
Yeah, it's hard because a lot of people do initially come out and say they're bi when they really mean gay because they feel like bi is easier for everybody around them to accept.
And themselves.
But if you know in your, like, for a fact that you like men and women, then that is what it is. And I feel like you should be able to be honest with any partner about that without feeling like that means you're going to be rejected.
Sure. I feel like, date better people. There are people who are out there. There are people who are out there who are just accepting and is going to love you and fuck you just the way you are and the way God intended you to be. It's unfortunate that there are people who are out there who have this like, oh no, I can't date a bi because they feel like they have to compete sexually or whatever. Because that's usually what it boils down to.
I used to think that when I dated bi guys.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah. Like one day the pussy just gonna be calling him and he ain't gonna be able to.
And I was like, what am I supposed to do?
Nobody can say no.
You are dumb.
I'm sorry.
Exciting things are happening at Burger King.
But like, okay, Kehlani is queer though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like she already kind of had the lens of I get how this works.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think if you want an emotional connection with a woman, you're probably gonna have to find a queer woman or a straight woman who isn't prejudiced, which I mean, good luck. But
or find a decent human being. That's all you really need to do.
I think that dating and taking your time will probably you'll probably start to like get clues as to whether or not that's someone you can be comfortable with, or even even if there is a possibility after dating them for a while that they may not feel comfortable continuing to date you. You don't have to worry about how they're going to react to it.
But I always wonder about bi disclosure, right? Because it's like if I'm bisexual and I'm actively dating a woman, I'm into that woman. Why do I need to share that? I
That's
like
what I'm
niggas
saying.
too.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. I feel like it's difficult.
Right. Unless if you are like in a poly type of dynamic where you're like, then you have to disclose because you want, the spice of life, if you will.
Like, okay, if you're 32, right? Just for example, but you were like fucking around with niggas in college, and then after you graduated, you never really dated niggas or fucked with niggas again, and you're dating some girl, not in a relationship, and you're only sleeping with this one person. Yeah. It's not that I don't feel like you should. It's not that I feel like you should not share that with them at some point, especially if you still identify as bisexual or whatever. Right. But I don't feel as married to the idea that it's something that needs to be disclosed immediately. If you're not currently fucking
right.
Right.
I don't think so either. I think it matters a lot more like what your history is as far as, do you treat the people that you date or fuck with respect? Do you use condoms? Have you been tested? Like, those things matter regardless of the genitals of the person.
Thank you. Exactly.
Those are things you should be asking about anyway. But for some reason, people get real tense.
Do you watch your cholesterol?
I would rather be with a bi nigga who uses condoms every time with every partner than a straight nigga who is just out here like Drake, doing whatever the fuck he wants.
Dick green.
Okay.
Drip.
Sushi dogging whoever the fuck she can.
See,
raw.
No, thank you.
Bitch.
No.
So I just...
Yeah, otherwise, but you're right.
I don't know.
Like, disclosure should happen once you actually get to know somebody. It doesn't necessarily have to be. But I mean, if you're just dating this one person, and whatever gender they like to perform, and that's who you're with, and then you don't need to. I mean, like, okay.
Because I don't care if you're like, if I'm dating a guy who is 100% gay and only gay, and we start a sexual relationship or get to that point, I'm going to want to know if you're fucking other people still. I don't care if you're fucking girls and guys or only guys or whatever. Like, I'm going to want to know what's going on, period. And it's not just because of health. It's also for my own state of mind, for transparency, so I know what time it is when I go.
Know.
That's it. You know what I'm saying? But if you're bi, but you're not even sexually active with anybody, I don't know.
Then you really don't have to tell nobody nothing.
Right.
I mean, it's your life, honestly. But I think it's very different, when you just have a sexual relationship with somebody versus when you're talking about being in a relationship or dating and talking about like your histories with each other. I think that's something different.
But some people feel like they want a nigga to tell them if they just went out twice. Like, why don't I know already?
Well,
I don't know. Different strokes for different folks. I won't even say you're wrong. I'm just gonna say, girl, I don't know what to tell y'all.
But I do think it's possible for you to find happiness with a woman. You just have to find a woman who isn't like a
ignorant,
right?
Yeah,
that's all.
And I also think to this point about Jamal and going into law school, I think there's a element of like image, right? Like, what are these people going to think of me when I'm out and about and networking and stuff? And so I guess I get that fear.
I don't know why gay and lawyer seems to me like it goes well together. Like,
yeah, sure.
But maybe I'm thinking, you know what I'm thinking? Modern Family, white gays.
No, white gay lawyer. Listen,
they are though.
When I used to volunteer for the Trevor Project, that's all who was there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, let me find out.
Yeah, gay lawyers.
Gay niggas be attorneying in.
Yeah.
Gay niggas be having real good jobs.
And how can you probably find you a little Kaylani in law school somewhere?
Oh, no.
I'm sure you could.
It's a lot easier. What? We everywhere.
Yeah.
When I pop up, well, I won't be putting no pregnancy pictures on Instagram. But when I do finally let y'all know that I had a baby, don't ask how I got pregnant. That's fucking stupid.
Like,
yeah.
With
I
my
just
body.
got pregnant, girl. It's just something I can
Immaculate
do.
conception, girl.
With the body the guy gave me.
Good luck, Jamal. Our next question comes from Whitney, who says, I have worked in my office for about 3 years. It's a pretty big organization with about 150 people. And ever since I was hired, there is one guy who has caused issues for me, complaining to my bosses about me, not believing anything I say, and gaslighting like he's an expert in my life.
I'm eating another cookie. It's just so good.
Somebody sent us a box of cookies and he's eating all of his.
It's just so delicious.
Now, I know he's wrong because I get great reviews. I'm pretty universally liked and I just got a big promotion. But this dude will not stop doing subtle things to bring me down. He is a middle-aged man and I am a younger woman, and I know that is not unrelated to the situation. The first week I got here, he went to my boss's boss to tell him I wasn't qualified and wasn't doing my job. Recently, he went to my boss to say what the hell is wrong with her, after I wrote an email about something we had just discussed, and he denied ever having the conversation. Luckily, my boss was in the room for it and could back me up, but he advised me to mend fences with this man since we need to be working together. I don't know why the fuck it is my job to make peace with this asshole. All he has done since I started is belittle and disparage me. It has gotten to the point where I'm making an effort to be cordial with him, and he won't even speak to me. I really don't trust having a conversation with him because I feel like he will lie and say that I said something I didn't. I want to tell him to go fuck himself forever, but I know that I need to be on good terms with him for my job. How do I swallow all that hurt and injustice I feel to make this work? Any advice you have would be amazing. Thanks, Whitney.
So I'm going to let you lead this one because as we've learned over the course of us having to answer work-related questions, I don't have like a responsible scope when it comes to
No, you don't.
like work shit.
You be like, tell them to kiss your ass and then
Almost every job
stab him.
right.
Stab him.
I wouldn't have said, I believe you have my stapler. I would have been taking my stapler and stabbed you upside
You need to watch
your
Office Space.
I will watch
so
it. I'll watch
fucking
it.
I'm so mad you
funny.
never saw Office Space.
I've
When I
never
was listening
seen
to
it
the
in my
show,
life.
I was like, okay. Like the whole
Thank
time.
you. How do you
Never
not know?
watched it.
I believe you have my stapler.
Never seen it.
Anyway, though.
We're going to have to do this better.
Yeah, I don't know. Sorry.
Yeah, we'll have to. You have to watch it. But,
I've experienced this.
okay. Same.
First of all, say no to coworkers.
A movement.
Yeah,
Work haters are real.
Yeah, everything via email. Don't talk to
Yes.
that nigga in person for nothing.
See, that sounds like good advice. I couldn't.
And if you
that.
do, turn on the voice memos on your phone so it records the conversation.
Right, and it sucks that you have to tiptoe, but men in the office place are predators and will do anything to drag you down. And they're awful human beings, and so keep a record of everything. You don't have to make nice with anybody, honestly. You can be professional, be like, hello.
Well, her boss said that she should try to mend fences with him because they have to be working together.
There you go.
So I think I would like put it all out in an email. Like, you know, I know that you and I have had some static, or maybe not static.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
I would say something like, I know it hasn't always been the easiest for us to communicate with each other, but I know we'll be working closely on the next couple of projects. So I just want you to know that if there's anything on your mind about my work or my performance or ways that we can work better together, let me know. You know, my inbox is always open to you, like that. Just kind of like putting it out there, even though it is like total shit that you have to do that.
Right.
Sometimes you have to play the game just to keep your fucking job.
I do.
Which is...
Yeah, we know you're not doing all that, Mr. Everybody call the call center and ask for Kid Fury.
I don't give
greatest moment.
We know you don't give a fuck. I'm talking about niggas niggas who have to keep their job.
I really almost got sued.
You did.
You did.
By one of my employers. That's crazy.
Your black ass.
I've lived a life.
Yeah, but you're absolutely right. You know, that is the responsible thing to do. Just be like, hey, I know.
I know you're mad because I'm a young woman and I have this good ass job.
You're mad because I'm a boss ass bitch and you're mediocre as fuck. However, I do know that we have to work together. So you can put your fees in a little 280 characters and send them along my way, and I'll pretend that I care about them.
Okay, see that I feel was a lot ruder.
Well, I mean, that's literally what you said. I just stripped away like
the pretense and the niceness that I tried to dress
essentially
it
the
up
essence.
Yeah, I just stripped all that sugar away.
Bitch, you
and
don't
got
like
to
me,
the root.
and I don't like you.
Right.
But we both got to get this money.
Right.
So just quit acting like a little bitch. Like, he's probably mad because a younger woman is in the... Don't let him not be black. But niggas, older men black men will hate on you at work as well.
They sure will.
They sure shit will.
I'm just, man...
So if you have like a higher title than he does, or you make more money than he does, he might feel extremely threatened by the fact that you are even there.
Well, you know what I'm saying? Like, even if people just
and
like
if you don't want to do any of those things, madam, you can always put a root on him.
Yeah, you probably don't want to do it.
Just keep a rabbit foot at your desk.
Okay, no.
I do agree with y'all though, because I feel like even if you do, send a really kind email, making it clear that you trying to make nice and he continues to be a dick or is a dick about that specifically, then you do have clear evidence that you tried to do what your boss said. You tried to be, respectful and cordial and all of that stuff. So any difficulty from there on would be...
Right. And you could always I always encourage this. Hopefully... I know not every company is like this, but you should always have an open and honest conversation with your HR person.
Good luck.
Right. That's why I said not every company is for the
Go to
employee.
HR when you already have evidence.
Right. That's true. But, always have this like open and honest, be like, hey, listen, I have these documents here. Maybe we can have some sort of, resolution meeting or anything like that to make things work smoother.
Something.
Yeah.
Because this ain't going to keep going. And if you're doing so great at work and everybody else loves you and it's just this one motherfucker who's being an asshole, then girl, because just cover your ass at all times. Make sure everything is documented and backed up and all that shit. Start blind copying niggas on shit. It's lots of ways to be sneaky in the workplace.
BCC is a
BCC has gotten some niggas caught up. BCC is that girl.
Yes.
I love her. So yes.
Ooh, the Yelp of office.
Man.
The ultimate snitching tool.
Everybody gonna be in Slack and G-Chat like, bitch. Man, sometimes I miss the corporate environment.
Oh no, it's awful. It's the ghetto.
I haven't had to BCC anyone in ages.
It's been a long time, but wow, the gag every time.
Literally.
Yes.
BCC means the gag is.
Oh man.
In Italian.
All right. Thanks so much for that letter. Moving on to our last one from Savannah, who says, I moved to my town about 4 years ago. My gay male best friend was caught stealing from his job 2 years ago.
That's
Girl, now
he was... Well, I don't know why she gave us all those details, but anyway.
Definitely on brand.
He was fired. He needed a job, and I told him to apply at my job, and he got hired.
Hankerson?
Oh my God.
Whatever happened to her?
I think he graduated, right? And got his degree.
And ran?
Anyway.
That's a scam you can believe in.
He moved into my 1-bedroom apartment in November of 2016, and he is still here. I live in a very small 1-bedroom apartment, and he has all his stuff set up in my living room. At the beginning, I didn't mind him staying because I missed him and I loved hanging out with him. Not to mention, I only made him pay $200 a month in... Oh, girl. Okay, I'm sorry. That took me aback. I don't know why you did that. I only made him pay $200 a month for the first year because I knew he was trying to get on his feet. I recently upped it to around half the rent because I find myself struggling since he's been here. All of my utilities have doubled since he's been living with me.
I mean,
Lord God. I told him he has until December to get out because I am in a new place in my life and I want to be alone and figure my own shit out. I told him in the summer of this year that he had to move out. However, he got fired from the job that I got him for reasons I'm still unclear on. He was out of work for a month and a half, just found another job, and is getting back on his feet again. Is it wrong for me to still uphold my December move-out date? I feel taken advantage of because I didn't expect this to last forever. I said this to him and told him that I needed to be alone, but he tries to invade every aspect of my life. All my friends are his friends. All the extracurriculars I do, he now does. It's infuriating. I feel like he acts like my boyfriend or my child when he is neither. And if I didn't set a date, he would stay with me forever. I am trying to develop a rotation, and I cannot do that with him sleeping on the floor in my living room.
You can't.
Let's get to what really matters.
I was waiting. Let's get to the root.
I really care about my friend, and I don't want this to ruin our relationship, but he needs to go. Please let me know if I'm tripping. Thanks, Savannah.
Nah, you're not tripping, sis. That's it.
You never tripping in your own house where you signed the lease and you are responsible for all the bills. You never tripping on who can be in your space, girl.
Yeah.
With that being said, sign on the dotted line. Like, that's the end of it, bitch. What? You're in your place, your home. Mm-hmm. We talk about this all of the time in
2 years, though. 2 years.
2 whole years.
Living in somebody's living room.
That's a whole Beyonce album. Like,
You're stupid. That whole procession, yes.
Yeah.
That's a gap between Adele's.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry.
That's one whole Adele.
So much life happens in 2 years.
Babies are born.
That's not for me.
Visual albums are dropped.
That's not for me.
I feel like, again, okay, this is the thing I feel like we talk about a lot when we're getting letters from people who say such and such is living in my house and getting on my nerves.
Yeah.
Okay, think about it from this perspective. How are you... You're put in a position where somebody's doing you a kindness, a favor. How are you not like crossing every T and dotting every I? How are you not like going out of your way to make sure that you are not inconveniencing this person in any way, that you're helping out in whichever way you possibly can? Like, if somebody's giving you a place to live,
right?
Like, that is a big
deal.
That's a big deal.
It's
That's like a huge thing that somebody is doing.
That's my house, nigga, right?
So at the very least, what you could do is not get on their motherfucking nerves.
Yeah.
And figure out a time and place where you can get the fuck out. If you've been in this motherfucker's house for 2 whole years, at this point, no, your December motherfucker, I mean, it's past due.
Yeah,
so December don't need to change. Okay? And
December was nice. Was so nice, sis.
Yeah, you could a year ago, girl.
Okay.
But,
really, it should be October because we're already in the weather portion where you're trying to get your rotation fully activated.
Yes.
By December, you need to already have your roster like getting ready to be confirmed.
Cuffing season definitely just started.
You are losing prime rotation development. Like, you could be bringing niggas in and seeing if you want to get snowed in with them for a weekend.
The weeks into the holidays is where you set your confirmations.
Yes.
You go and do your Christmas shit and you come back with your confirmed, rotation or whatever of how you're going through your winter.
Yeah.
Right.
So December, again, you're extending yourself so far out here. Into nothing.
It's also even you gave him a time limit where it's the hardest to move out anyway. So you should have now.
Oh, girl,
it's easier to find a place.
Yeah, because he's gonna be like, December, it's hard, it's the holidays. I don't know what to do. Okay, well you can leave now.
Right. Okay. How about November?
Right.
I feel bad because I know, like, I also would not want to put my best friend out.
Right.
Like, I get that. But, girl, you have been more than nice. And it's your fucking house.
And I feel like if you value the friendship, and if he values the friendship, then he needs to understand that he needs to leave.
Right.
Well,
because what would you like? Would you like to like find your own things and be responsible for yourself as a grown up, or would you like for me to have to get to a place where I have to throw your ass out and then hate each other?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Which one do you want to do?
Right. That's a real question.
Get the fuck out of my house.
Right.
Get out. I'm trying to get
black
dick.
Ass bottom line.
What's the problem?
I cannot get dick down the way I deserve with you in my living room.
Well, a friend said rotation. I don't know where you put your parts. I don't know. You're trying to get, tail.
Yeah, she's trying to get some ass and she can't because this nigga's shit is all here. Like, niggas don't want to come over and tiptoe through your best friend's shit in the living room on the way to
Well, I don't know. Niggas are trash.
Especially if you bring home Trey. Like, if you bring home some niggas.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got this motherfucker in your motherfucking living room.
Well, see, I don't know because
On
niggas will
Jags.
fuck through anything, so I don't really know. But I get it.
Well,
That's
now
true.
that is true. Niggas
That's
will fuck
true.
through.
Yeah.
And I feel like I have seen things in New York
Yes.
City that would never have flown anywhere
Anywhere
else.
else.
Yeah.
You be like, okay, I'm sorry. How many people live in this 2-bedroom house?
Nigga, it's like the gay MCA in a one.
And they be looking at you like you crazy. 14. Like, what did you? Why are you asking me?
Bitch, duh, we got bunk beds for a reason. Like, wait a minute. Niggas is sleeping in the kitchen
It looks like a fucking cult.
because the rent is too damn high.
Right.
Okay, that's real.
That
You
is
right.
true.
You
It's-
right.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, that nigga needs to get out of your house and he needs to be understanding about it. If there's any pushback, just get rid of him.
Yeah.
Because he's using you, and at this point, you just got to come to an understanding about that. He should want to get the fuck out
Yes.
of your living room. He's not even in a room of his own in your house getting on your nerves. What?
Right. And people do get comfortable, and I get that. And so,
Yes.
he also has an issue with keeping a job. So that also lets you know, because that has to let me know that at some point he stopped giving you that $200 a month.
Right.
Or whatever the half of the rent was eventually.
Well, it was $200 a month for the first year, and then she was like, "Okay, you need to pay me more because I am."
But then
taking a loss.
he lost a job, another job, which she
That
still
she helped him get.
and-
Right.
It sounds like he ain't shit, sis. And it's not okay.
I do, don't it?
I mean, it's, lots of people have friends and family that ain't shit and we love them through it. You know what I'm saying? And we
Yeah.
encourage them to do better. But that don't mean that you have to deal with their shit. Like,
Yes.
at all.
Absolument.
So,
Okay.
Goodbye.
I just don't have to take that shit, nigga.
Get
Not in
it
my house.
Out of my house.
Not ever. So
Clean house.
there is one more question here, but I think I'm gonna skip it because I think I already know what y'all are gonna say.
Let's read it.
Just read the subject. Read the subject line and then let's see if we have the desire for more.
Well, it isn't a the subject line just says 1 millionth should I leave him email. So it's
Sum it up.
Yeah.
So to sum it up, this is a 25-year-old man. He's in a relationship with somebody. He's a top. The boyfriend is verse.
Oh, this is juice. Okay.
Oh, so
Why didn't you lead with this?
Yeah.
what? Yeah, what is- anyway, the verse boyfriend would like this nigga to take dick more often, but he is a strict top, and he said, I don't mind every now and then bending over, but the boyfriend gets mad if he's not in a rush to do it. And he's been pushing more lately for the top to start bottoming more. So he wants to know, should he quit the relationship or suck it up?
So this is what happens when
You always should suck it up, darling.
This is what happens when you subscribe. I don't even know why I didn't see that coming. This is what happens when you subscribe to the idea that tops are extinct and not simply an endangered species.
Oh, say
But he
that one more time.
does also say, if you do think that he should just suck it up and deal with it, are there any tips to make bottoming easier? Because this is not for me.
I mean, if it's not
Oh,
for you, it's not for
the
you.
person that's writing is the top.
Yeah.
The top.
And his boyfriend.
His verse
verse.
boyfriend wants
His
him to
verse.
take more dick.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm with it. All right, I have words. Go ahead, Fury.
Oh, I was just saying, my nigga, like, I think that you may have been under the assumption, like, a lot of niggas hear, oh, I'm a strict top, and then you be like, yeah, okay, nigga, whatever, bend over. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. And
It's
a lot
my
of
first
times
time.
that's right. A lot of times you probably spot on, because I don't know who some of y'all niggas be trying to fool. Like, it is okay, we gay. You know what I'm saying? Like full time. It's
Right.
weird. But, if this nigga has been telling you over, it's almost like when anybody dates somebody and they immediately tell you like, I'm a thief, and then they steal from you, and you be like, what? You know what I'm saying?
We'll show you
Oh
who they
my
are.
God.
Believe them.
Exactly. So, I mean, if the nigga has told you, hey, I top, and that's how he, identifies or whatever, and you identify as verse, what y'all gonna have to either do is be getting out here on the app and finding somebody to share, or you gonna have to deal with the fact that maybe on your birthday, possibly
Yeah,
Christmas,
holidays, special occasion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
when you have some leverage. But
But I guess he's wanting,
if he's
just craving some of that booty hole more and more.
and I mean, he's as a total top, he's doing a lot by even like thinking like, okay, well,
What can I- right.
I'll try it.
you like this nigga.
Right. And which is, yeah, you do a lot. If you want a tip, Monique Worldwide said, relax all your muscles.
That is a great tip. You also are the first person that told me about putting a little vanilla in the water.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I've shared that tip.
I will.
throughout time.
I refuse to do anal sex. I literally.
I mean, you don't have to, bitch. You lucky bitch.
Well, nobody has to, but I just refuse.
That's true because sometimes it feels like your eyelashes are burning. However,
oh hell no!
Yeah, I've said those very words.
That's when the girl started saying oral only. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I completely canceled my membership. I canceled my membership. I won't be
I'm not doing
resubscribing.
this. I'm not doing this no more.
You know, and then there's always cannabis. You know, Solange told us champagne chronic nightcap always helps. There's poppers if you're, a black okay.
I don't do that.
No, that's too much.
No judgment.
No judge. You know.
Yeah,
it's cool.
I've always been afraid of snorting. I don't even like nasal drip. I don't like none of them shit.
Girl, I hate Flonase.
Them nasal. I hate that. I don't like putting shit in my nose.
Yeah. But I mean, these are just tips. I mean, you clearly care about this man enough to even like compromise who you are.
He's trying to
compromise.
LOL. But
compromise for what? Compromise for what reason?
Iconic clip.
But I mean, I get it. It's hard out here. Niggas are trash. So you're trying to salvage what you have. But you don't have to do this. You can just be like, hey, listen. But this is also your fault too, for just because the guy said he was versed, meaning that, he's just going to bother for me all the time.
That's true too. Because just like a nigga saying to you, top. Okay, right? If we're going with the theory of, yes, I'm saying who I am, believe me.
Yeah.
The nigga says top, okay, then that means to me, you give the dick and that's all you're interested in. So the same thing, if I say verse, it means I'm trying to do both. So yeah, it is kind of like, well, if he told you he was verse, you had to have been under the assumption that he likes them both around equally.
Yeah.
So
I like cake and pie.
You either gonna have to figure out how to rinse.
Yeah.
When, where, how, all the things.
Get a monkey wrench.
Well, the rinsing part is not hard. It's
for some people it is.
Really?
Get your fiber.
Okay. Well, like I said, limited in what I can speak on this.
Maybe a little Imodium AD if you have real troubles.
Yeah. Get that Pure for Men, girl.
Yeah. Ooh. That Pure for Men is on Amazon. I think it's Amazon Prime.
It is $8.
I've never tried it, but I hear great things.
She sweeps through the city, I tell you.
What is Pure for Men?
Oh,
like a probiotic?
No, it's fiber pills.
Yeah, it's like a fiber capsule.
Oh my
but it's marketed towards
like a flat tummy tea pill?
No, it's like FiberCon. It's like Metamucil in a pill.
Yeah.
But they have it for women too.
Clean sheets, 0 stains guaranteed.
It's literally a fiber pill that is just marketed towards us.
Yeah,
nigga, if you just eat some vegetables,
right? And they have it. And they have it for women too.
No, it is marketed for gay niggas. This one is pulling a T-shirt down in front of his dick in his testimonial.
So why are we so raunchy?
Yeah, I don't know.
Wow.
Because right now we're
first day I got them in the mail. I had a sex appointment after I just ate. I popped 2 of them and no BS. I was clean as a fresh pair of shoes.
That's a lie because you know why? You have to take it for 24 hours for that shit to fucking work.
Wow.
Right, bitch, it was not no motherfucking clean. So what?
Right.
He said after he just ate clean, nigga.
That's not true.
You don't know how your digestive system works.
On the direction.
Pure for Men keeps me on top of my bottom game. Now that is an endorsement.
Now I will say I use it, but that's only because I use it to stop stomach bloat.
Right.
Because it's essentially fiber
like I
pills.
said, flat tummy tea. But
fiber is like essential for me. I have to do it.
Yeah.
Whether I'm active or not.
Yeah. Everybody should have fiber.
I mean, hello, girl, you need to move.
Right.
I mean, your things
like,
need
I'm
to
not
move.
eating apples all the time, so I'm going to have to supplement.
It's only so much spinach a bitch can take in one fucking day.
Right.
Wow. Okay, well, this is actually genius to market it to men who have anal sex. It's so smart.
I told you niggas be out here just like, what do you do? And da-da-da-da-da. Like, okay.
Girl, you could do it in just a pill.
I love it. Okay, well, now y'all done got me down this rabbit hole. Let me
Take
click
it with
off
your
of that.
prep, girl.
All right. And on that note, that is
a little cocktail.
Hey.
There you go.
A cocktail a
set.
day keeps the doctor away. Send your questions to asktheread@gmail.com and we will be back.
This episode of The Read is being brought to you by Squarespace. Now that the summer has officially cooled down and many of y'all have taken breaks from your sluttiness to actually think about what you're going to do with your lives or that passion project you've been sitting on. Maybe you need a fresh website to kick things off. Well, Squarespace has got you. All you got to do is go over there where they've got great templates, whether you're trying to showcase your art or inventions or blog about your crazy neighbor or sell your artisan pillows made from wheat or whatever it is that you do. You can get a website that is made not only for a desktop but for mobile right up out of the situation. I mean, it's so easy. You just click, you point, you click again, you point, you click, you've got a website. And if you do ever get confused, they've got an award-winning customer service line that is up 24/7. So you've got people that are always there, ready and willing to help you out. They've got an e-commerce functionality for those of you who are going to be selling products that not only allows you to sell things, but also helps you keep track of how your site is moving in real time. Squarespace empowers millions of people of all kinds and all backgrounds and all occupations and careers. So go give them a try.
Yes, if you have your Beyonce macaroni art to sell or your joggers for September, spring, summer, fall, winter, no matter what it is, head to squarespace.com/read today to start your free trial. And when you're ready to launch your site, only when you're ready to launch it, maybe not prematurely, but when you are ready to launch, use offer code READ to save 10% off your first purchase of a site or domain. That's squarespace.com/read. Offer code READ. Let them know Kid Fury and Crystal sent you. Build something phenomenal. Let's wrap up the show.
Okay, so it's time for the read.
It is.
Okay, Crystal.
I was gonna say, should we let our guest go first? Guest,
do you want to go
have
first,
a read?
or do you want to be last?
Anything on your mind?
I have two, but I'm trying to pick which one.
Well, if you want me to go first, I will, because I'm going to talk about the story that probably all of us have heard this week.
I knew it. You haven't even said anything. I know exactly.
Right. You do. First of all, I want to say shout out to 9-year-old Jeremiah Harvey for being a real one. Also, his mama, literally goals for me as far as like a parent is concerned. But if you have not heard this story, a white woman named Teresa Klein, right here in New York City, right? This was in Brooklyn, was it?
The nerve.
Lord God.
The fucking gall.
Honestly, Brooklyn, it's just so fucked up because
Flatbush, I believe.
Y'all,
I mean,
got here. Like, you are in their neighborhood and yet.
Even.
Anyway, so this white bitch was in the bodega and she swore up and down that this 9-year-old child slapped her on the ass. What it actually was, a crowded bodega and a child with a backpack walking past her, and it was simply that innocent. But this white woman had a whole ass fit. She said that she was calling the police on this baby, yelling and screaming. So then, of course, Jeremiah's mama got involved, because what you're not gonna do is talk to her son crazy. And it escalated from there. Everybody was basically telling this bitch, like, I don't know what's wrong with you, but you need to calm the fuck down. Like, you're going in on a child who didn't do nothing to you. Of course, the video footage came out, and we've all seen now that young Miss Racist Ass Klein was indeed incorrect. And no, this child was not thinking about your bony white ass. He was just trying to go home with his mama and his sister. And that was that. She has apologized, but said that she still is interested in pursuing legal action against Jeremiah's mother. Because Jeremiah's mother said, bitch, are you out of your fucking mind? I'll beat your fucking ass.
Yeah.
I knew that was
Can't blame her. But the best part about the story is that Jeremiah actually spoke up and said he does not forgive this woman. He was crying.
Good.
He was bawling. This poor baby.
How did... Let me... I want to fight.
So anyway. I really appreciate, unlike the black man, this is like the fourth such story this week.
Right.
But there was a black man who a white woman was like interrogating him in the building, this condo or whatever where they live. Did you see this one?
I saw this too.
And so, but he has turned it into, all love, all sunshines. I wish her nothing but the best. I'd be willing to sit down and blah, Trump bullshit, that bullshit. I really appreciate when the black people are like, no, actually, you cannot traumatize us. And then we just come back and be like, oh, it's okay, white woman. I know you were just being racist, but I'll get over it because, this happens to us all the time. Fuck you. especially you colonizing ass bitches who move into black neighborhoods while you are actively afraid of black people, including black children. This is a 9-year-old little boy. She talking about, well, it's not the first time somebody has slapped me on my ass.
And then she lied when she was on the phone saying that she was a cop.
Yes, lied on the phone talking about she was a cop. Bitch, what? But this is what I'm saying. Like, you don't...
A pox on her whole family.
I just
lineage. Her whole bloodline.
You are the bitch who moved to Flatbush.
Yeah.
I hate her.
And with an active fear of black people, to the point where you would really accuse and like go off like this. You're gonna call the police over something? Like, if you really thought a 9-year-old slapped your ass, do you think that this is an appropriate response? Do you think NYPD, this is like a situation where they need to be called with a clearly minor child? But then more importantly, don't you think that you should be absolutely certain that you are right before you go off like that?
You stupid bitch.
Like, I just
fucking
don't.
Wretch.
Right. We clearly cannot trust your judgment because you said that this has happened before, but hell, you thought it happened this time and it didn't.
That 9-year-old boy is probably just looking for a snack, as 9-year-olds do in the bodega.
Like everybody does in the bodega, because that's what we're there for. We're there for Lucy's, and you got to know that nigga because they don't give them to just anybody.
Hello, we don't give a fuck where you at. I don't give a shit.
We in there for our incense,
snitches coming
orange
off,
juice, some of that cheap ass toilet paper real quick. Get you
Scott's,
some hot Cheetos. That Scott's, that $1 Scott's when you done ran out.
Look,
like
87 cents. What's good?
Carolyn, wasn't nobody going to the bodega thinking about you, bitch.
No one.
Especially no 9-year-old. Like, that was wild.
It's just so fucked up.
To have the brazen audacity to think that a child could do that.
Well, Jeremiah said, I don't forgive this woman and she needs help, which...
Come on, sense.
Work.
Talking about she called the police because the child's mother was aggressive. If some crazy random white bitch starts yelling and screaming at my son, accusing him of some shit that I know good and goddamn well he didn't do, guess what I'm gonna do?
Throwing all the hot Cheetos at her.
Bitch, I'm getting aggressive with you. That's exactly what the fuck I'm gonna do, because who are you talking to? Yeah. We have to protect our children from people like you, because the world is not gonna do it for us. He is not going to automatically be seen as innocent, even though he is 9 fucking years old. He is not gonna be given the benefit of the doubt. You as a white woman crying and calling the police in this situation and then wondering why the mama is so mad at you. It's just like, white people, please stop moving into our neighborhoods and then calling the police on us for existing. Like, please stop doing that and leave our children the fuck alone. They have enough traumatic bullshit to deal with without y'all's insecurities getting in their way as well. Thank you so much. Love you so much. Who's next?
Okay. I will say this because I feel like this is sort of similar.
Okay.
So I follow this guy on Instagram named Terrell Lewis. He's a fitness, I guess people still say guru. I think he has a fitness group and also a gym in London, I think Brixton specifically.
Oh, okay.
I will be transparent in saying that this was completely superficial follow because he looks good. So I didn't.
I mean, honestly, friend, I just assumed. But...
I mean, duh.
It's fine.
But also one of them niggas that works out and looks good but has depth. Has clearly been through shit and is not just I lift and fuck all y'all hoes and where the bitch is at. You know what I'm saying? So the other day, I'm just minding my business on Instagram as I usually do when Link goes to bed. And I see this video he posts where he's on the train or the tube. I think they call it
the tube
over there. Cool. And he says that he saw this white woman who was harassing a young black boy who was on the train, minding his own business.
Jesus.
And... pushing him, saying that he needed to move. He didn't pay for 2 seats and this, that, and the third, and getting aggressive. So Terrell says when he noticed that the boy was getting upset, he decided to get up and go sit next to the boy as a means of being okay, I'm with him or whatever, and just sort of protect him, calm him down, make sure everything goes straight. As he's doing this, he's obviously recording the girl. She's very clearly had something to drink. He says that he smelled alcohol on her or whatever, but in the video that he posts, she's clearly cursing him out. She accuses him of the money he's holding being drug money. And he says, he asks her why she would say that and that it's racist. And she's like, well, it probably is. And you people always bring the race card out, and et cetera, et cetera. At one point, she knocks his hat off. Like, she actually put hands on him.
No, she didn't.
Like, smacked the back of his head and knocked his hat off of his head.
No.
So, like, she's putting hands on people. Like, she's actually assaulting people at this point.
She need her jaw rearranged.
Right? He doesn't react, doesn't raise his voice, doesn't fall for the bullshit at all. Sits there completely calm in his mission, which was to sit by this young boy and keep him out of trouble. Right? So, at one point, the train is stopped. I'm assuming after she leaves. The train stops and they hear over the intercom or whatever you want to call it that the train is being stopped because I guess like the police are looking for someone.
Oh my God.
And turns out this bitch told the authorities that they sexually assaulted her.
What?
On the train. Mind you, several... This was not in like, this was a crowded train of people trying to go home from, I'm assuming, work and shit.
Oh my God.
So several people saw you harassing the boy, saw this man come and sit next to him and not do shit to you, saw you attack him physically.
Wow.
And them not do shit to you. So how you still have the nerve to go and accuse anybody of assaulting you in any way, shape, or form is astounding to me and further cements the fact that so many white people feel comfortable in their lies against black people because they know that they'll be taken seriously. Just because you mad. So, of course, they stopped the train. So now nobody can go anywhere. So regardless of what side you was on, bitch, you mad now.
Right.
Because everybody got to wait.
Oh God, don't
because
let the
this
train
drunk
stop in the
bitch
city.
decided that she wanted to go and be mad after she was already in the fucking wrong.
Oh no. Oh no.
So some form of a cop or whoever gets on the train approaches this man and tells him that he and the boy have to get off of the train so that they can question him. Although everybody at that point is just like, nobody did anything wrong. I also read that they, you know, a couple of people gave like their names and email addresses in order to like solidify, you know, the facts, which is that bitch is crazy. But they ended up still having to be detained and like show the actual, thank God he was recording literally everything as it was going down, because from there it was just about like showing, here, this is what happened. Nobody can do shit to this lady. She's crazy and racist and disrespectful and rude and a liar on top of that. In the climate, I don't give a fuck that this is happening, where this is happening. You know what I'm saying? In the climate of today, where real women are like facing, whether they're actually standing up and telling their own stories of sexual abuse, there's women are still having to like revisit traumas. You know what I'm saying? Because of how horrible and disgusting men have been allowed to be forever at this point. You have the nerve, bitch.
Wow, bitch.
You have the nerve, bitch, to accuse these niggas who ain't do shit to you of sexually assaulting you, assaulting you, when you actually put hands on one of them and accused him of being a drug dealer. Meanwhile, he's actually out here with his own gym and his own fitness program, trying to keep kids in the streets out of trouble, trying to keep them out of jail, keep them out of, you know, bad influences and stuff, and encourage them to, you know, here, you know, sweat, come do some jumping jacks and shit like that.
I know deep down that she knew that she was going to get away with this shit too.
Absolutely. That's why she was so upset that he was recording her the entire time, because she knew there wasn't nothing you could do at that point. I've already seen you being abusive to somebody, and now you already know the internet is going to see you being abusive, and you don't know who the fuck this nigga is. So you don't know who follows him. This nigga could be popping, which clearly is. He has, I don't even know how many, let me see how many, 214,000 followers as of right now, right? So you don't know who the fuck this nigga is. Now, I heard that she lost her job. I don't know if that's true or not, which we can start there.
I hope they arrested her for assault.
But he says that he will absolutely be pressing charges. I've been encouraged. Press every charge they have. Because white people need to suffer real consequences for this type of shit. Like, I don't even understand how police forces are not speaking against it. Y'all are so pressed about who is getting on a knee or kneeling or speaking out against what, or marching or raising up a sign or whatever. Meanwhile, all these motherfucking honkies out here wasting your actual motherfucking time and our tax dollars for no motherfucking reason. And you ain't got nothing to say about that? She was so pissed, and the first thing she jumped to was the thing that you white hoes have been jumping to for motherfucking thousands and thousands and thousands of years. What? No, you gonna have to burn on this one. You gonna have to burn on this one.
Wild.
You fucked with the wrong ones on that.
Wow.
Immediately made her page private. Her bio.
Oh, I bet she did.
Changed her bio to y'all don't even know the true story. Took her fucking profile picture down. Like, no, girl, you gonna have to eat this L.
Right.
You gonna have to eat this L because you fucked up.
Fuck her.
For her and all of the white people like her who feel like they can just call the police because they're mad at a black person for whatever stupid petty ass reason, fuck you. And the time's up. You know what? No, I'm not going to co-opt that phrase.
No, but fuck her. Like, how dare you lie about being sexually assaulted when you are the one who was 100% in the wrong? Like, bitch, I don't understand why you went and found the police to go tell on yourself. Stupid.
Yeah, because I'm also trying to figure out at what point did she notify the authorities on this whole thing going on?
Why wouldn't you just get off the train and be like, wow, you dumb drunk bitch, like go home and sit down somewhere? Why would you then go tell the police to then turn it into a bigger
but then it makes me concerned, like, did the police actually believe her at some point? And then they had to prove.
We have to question you just because of the allegation. If they're saying that they could smell alcohol and it's true, I know that you did too. Like, and people are in your face before anybody got off of anything telling you, besides the two gentlemen you want to speak to, telling you she's lying. Right. Why are we still doing this?
Why is this a thing?
Why are we still doing this? If this was a white guy, even if it was a white guy protecting a black kid, she would have just took her drunk ass home.
Well,
so I'm tired. Fuck her and everything she stands for and whoever raised her. Or better yet, didn't raise her. And on a real quick petty note, fuck UPS. Every single time y'all bitches got to bring me something, it's a motherfucking problem. I don't know what the issue is with you hoes. Yeah. But what the fuck? Have you ever heard of a UPS access point?
Yes.
Yeah, there's one around the corner from my house.
Complete and utter
It's some
fuckery.
new shit they do now where they just leave it somewhere else.
Bring me my shit.
You have to sign up. Sign up on UPS and get the total.
I don't want to.
All that.
But therefore you can tell them when to deliver it at the time. That's what I've had to do. It's literally stupid.
I want for somebody at Amazon or somebody who knows to tell me if there is a way to figure out who was going to be the carrier for your package prior to it being
What did you order?
Or it could be like
that did not come.
Irrelevant. The point is it was mine.
What
I
figurine
paid
was
for
it?
That's not the fucking point.
At least with FedEx, they call you, be like, nigga, I'm downstairs.
Right. Hello?
That's all you need to tell me. Girl,
or what's the other one with the X in it? Or it starts with an
DHL.
Yeah, DHL. I don't know where I got an X from.
I don't either.
DHL is another one. Them niggas would be like, I don't care, rain, sleet, snow, bitch, I'm here. Do you want this or not?
Right.
Like, what's the problem? And even UPS used to be like, yeah, attempted delivery. I guess we'll see if you're here tomorrow, bitch. An access point? You mean this motherfucking random ass fake check cashing place?
Yeah.
2 blocks from my house that you had to, and then you brought it not even the same day. They went and delivered it over there the next day. So why couldn't you just bring it back here, bitch?
Right.
Fuck y'all. Don't bring me no more of my shit. If you see my name, send it back.
I just want to know what figurine you bought that did not come
It's not the
on
fucking
the day
point.
you wanted
That's
it.
not the point, bitch.
I'm just asking. Was it one of them things you can use on the Switch that gives you toys and stuff when you put it on your thing and it goes and
That's not the point.
You got,
That is not the point.
This nigga ordered an amiibo.
It was not an amiibo. It was not an amiibo.
It was.
There's some new game out for the Switch, and
Oh my God, look how close
Okay.
that was.
so there's a Switch and there's one for the rest of them, right? But the Switch one, like specifically, has a Star Fox figurine that you put on the thing and allows you to play as Star Fox.
I am
Anybody in my
psychic.
age range who had an N64 knows that Star Fox is everything. So I ordered it for nostalgia. Okay. And it wasn't even that pressed about it because I don't even know if the game is good or not. But it's mine.
I'm not judging.
It is mine. It belongs to me.
I am not judging, friend, at all. I just knew that it was something nerdy, and I was right.
It doesn't matter what it was.
Do you have a read, or are you?
I do.
Okay.
You can do both if you have to, for real.
Okay. Then I'll do the serious but not serious one. So I mentioned this on the internet the other day. gays and non-gays, I need to have a serious chat about your sexual proclivities and how it pertains to fucking through friend groups.
Oh no.
Well,
no, thank you.
I'll just start packing up my things.
There just needs to be a moratorium on said activity.
Well, girls,
who is out here really fucking through friend groups in 2018?
The girl. And by the girls, I don't mean the women.
I know you don't.
And it's gotten to the point where people have like, what I'm finding a lot about like gay relationships and particularly black gay ones is that a lot of people put stock into them, and almost to the point where like they're affected mentally. And so when you're fucking through friend groups, it adds to that problem. And so people are becoming symptomatic and all these things because it's like, nigga, I just got played by my friend. Whether I already struggle with desirability anyway, especially if like Jamal who's struggling with bi identity and telling people or whatever, or the nigga who's a top but wants to dibble and dabble or whatever. You know, it's just one of those things like there is enough dick and DNA out there for everybody.
There's a lot.
Yeah, you don't necessarily need to go through said DNA. Friend group, because then it's one of those things like you complain a lot about you know, like everybody's like in my business, but I'm like, but the girls talk. So but yeah, that was a non-serious one. But most importantly, a video went viral, and a lot of people laughed at it, and I did too until I realized what it was. So there was a video of this man taking a picture of a rat infestation in his apartment.
Oh no, don't do this.
And
don't do this to me, because the mice love to come inside in the winter.
Right. And
they're already all over the place.
Right. And it wasn't just a mouse. They were rats.
Oh no.
And they were more, it was like 5 or 6.
All right. Was this in the city?
Yes. And there's the reason why I'm bringing this up.
I feel like I know where this is going.
And however, it was, you know, people laughed about it. However, a 1-year-old got bit.
You got me every corner of fucked up.
Now, the apartment building, it was a project building or a building sponsored by New York City Housing Authority in the Bronx.
Lord.
Of course.
And they apparently, you know, they didn't do anything about it.
Of course not.
And also, going forward, we found out today that a lot of people who live in NYCHA housing, if you don't live in New York City, NYCHA housing is the projects and it's all over the city, that Con Edison couldn't go into basements of some of them because
I just read this story today. I knew you were going to bring this up.
Con Edison rose their light bill higher because they couldn't actually read the meter. So
they had to pay some sort of a fee, and they added on a fee for the tenants.
Oh, right.
Because their basement was infested.
Because the meter readers can't access the meters.
Yeah, because their basements were infested.
Oh, that's a fee for NYCHA.
Right.
It should be.
And so I read this because outside of the internet and stuff, I work in the housing crisis. And I'm always like fascinated how different ways New York City lies about their progressiveness.
Oh, wait.
What? Oh, shit. I am just loving this.
And continuously shows every day how racist they can be.
I am loving this.
And I'm like, we have to do something about it. Like, there is no way that there's no reason why a 1-year-old, a beautiful brown baby, should have been bit and have to go through tetanus boosters and all this good stuff.
That is so fucked up.
And you see like the father holding one of them, like, and this a rat the size as big as like Lyrica, and so
I'm going home.
But
that was actually it for me. That was the last fucking straw. I'm fucking out of here.
Bitch, not Lyrica.
But my point is this.
I'm fucking finished. I can't even
put your coat back.
God, there's something fucking wrong with you.
But my point is this:
Precious
New York
Lord.
City again proves how race it is.
Yes.
I realize when I take the train every day, none of the train problems happen in the rich white neighborhoods.
True.
They always happen in the hood.
It's never on the Upper East Side.
There's never no damn police activity on 72nd Street.
Never.
There's never no signal problems at fucking Fulton, or like sick passenger on like, I don't know, 96th Street or anything like that.
Oh yeah, 96th Street is like your last stop before everything goes haywire.
Before the
Absolutely.
Right.
So my whole thing is, I guess, the read is for New York City. Like, this city proves itself to be racist in more ways than one.
Mm-hmm.
And white people have specialized in finding new ways to be racist and to oppress us just when we think we have it like figured out.
Yeah.
Like, okay, you're gonna do this because like, oh, the job, like, okay, he's using whiteness to like, yeah, I'm so mad, like, meh, 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 meh. And like, or whatever, like this woman who looked like Katy Perry. I totally thought it was Katy Perry who called the cops on that little boy.
Oh my God.
But you know, those type of things, we see those every day, but then they just develop new shit to be racist and keep us down. It's just
You
like,
gotta say
girl, why the fuck? Like, let it go. Like, I get it. You're upset. You don't want to be othered. But like, people have a right to have a decent place to live. Like,
Yes.
babies shouldn't have to be fighting, you know, like Master Splinter and shit.
Right.
You know, it's just disheartening. And when people say like, you know, I want to move to New York, what should I do? Girl, don't.
First of all.
Like, this is the shit
Thank
that we have to
you.
deal with
First
because
of all.
yeah, it's so aggressive. It's so progressive. No, it's literally racist. It's just different means and modalities of how they're racist.
I mean, I will say I much prefer New York's racist over the South's
sure.
racist. I do.
Sure,
Yeah.
I'm not. There's racism everywhere,
Right.
here, there, and everywhere.
And all
Right.
kinds.
But you ain't never gonna hear me talking about New York like it's some sort of magical utopia that, you know, we just don't
It's
have
a scam.
any of the problems of the rest of the country.
It is
That is
a
not it,
scam.
girl.
Scam.
It is a Nigerian
And it's
scam
so
from
fucked up.
Craigslist.
It's so fucked up because you know there are more than enough extremely wealthy people in this
it
city
makes no sense.
for housing authority to never have a rat infestation problem. Like, there is more than enough money. There's more than enough resources. It's just not properly distributed or managed or handled because people who don't give a fuck about the common man are the ones running everything.
Absolutely
Well, kids in
not.
Flint should be able to brush their teeth.
I mean,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Clear
well,
water, but
you know what?
I feel like there's money there. But
I
I
would
just
say
I live for everything that
yes.
you just said.
Thank you for telling me about this story because I did not know.
I did not know that there was a 1-year-old that was bitten. I read the story about Con Ed raising the price or whatever
And that-
earlier today,
and our light
and
bills
literally
are high
just
as a motherfucker.
bitch. Period.
Oh my God, my Con Ed bill is. They actually sent me a letter saying, "Why are you using more energy than everybody else on the block?" And I'm like, "Well, bitch, I don't know."
And then they have this thing now where you can like pay like the managed fee thing.
Oh, I don't know what that is. Last time I paid my bill, they asked me did I want to donate $1 to somebody having trouble paying their bill, and I was like, okay, I like that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, that is nice. But then I'm also like, are y'all really gonna give my $1 to somebody?
That's a valid.
You gonna give it to
fucking
one of them
question.
fucking big
That
wigs
is a
sitting in the Con
valid
Ed office not doing
fucking
shit,
question.
ordering Postmates all day.
But when I read that shit, I was like, so wait a minute. You mean to tell me that these niggas got this building that they clearly don't give a fuck about?
Right.
That is like
Infested.
one rat
It's
is
too
bad
many.
enough
Yes.
for me.
One
Okay.
rat is 1,000 as far as I'm concerned.
Okay, because there are
One
babies somewhere.
New York rat about the size of the smack bug
Oh,
in New
no,
York.
God.
That's enough for me. The fact that there is
Went
a
to college
new,
with 4 of them.
Hello? The fact that the basement is so infested that they are unable to go and look at the meter.
It's disgusting.
How was that my fault? I
And
live
it's like-
here.
and
I'm
it's
paying
like
punished. I'm punished enough.
Right, and people who live in public housing don't have the money to pay this extra fee.
Right.
So I just could not believe that I read that, and I read that like the whoever from Con Ed who spoke about it, like they said that it was never mentioned whether they would be reimbursed or not. I was like, of course they're not going to get them their
They're never going
motherfucking
to do
money back,
that.
and they're just going to say
Bitch.
that they're looking into it or whatever fucking vague ass excuse that they're going to do. They give when they know they're not going to do shit about it. It's just like. everything that you just said.
Right. And like the interim NYCHA chairman was like, he admitted the other day, he was like, some days I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. And it's like, that's evident, girl.
Okay, no, that's a problem.
Clearly.
Right. We definitely, the president? Okay, no, we're going to need somebody who knows what they're doing.
Let a little white baby in motherfucking Lincoln Square have been punctured by a rat too.
Right.
Are you kidding me?
The baby would have had a scholarship from Ellen.
Okay. Child would have been on Ellen the next fucking day.
Hello?
See, I feel like even, because like you said, housing authority is all over the city, but I feel like it's worse in places like the Bronx. Like you hear these really bad stories coming from deep in the Bronx or Brooklyn or whatever, because it's like the spots that...
Yeah, the Bronx. The
city just truly do not give a fuck about their people.
There's 300 shelters in the Bronx. Housing shelters.
See.
Yeah.
And how many empty apartments are in New York City right now?
Oh, we don't have all
See, yeah, we don't have all night to do this, but thank you.
Oh, girl.
I was just, when I read that shit earlier today, I said, I don't want to hear no more, born and bred New Yorkers say nothing to me when I be like, this fucking city, man.
Yeah.
Trash on trash on trash.
I truly love New York. I really do. But my God, there's some shit here that is.
And I've lived here for about 15 years. And every day I'm just like, I can't believe I live here. And then I can't believe I live here.
There's so much great about it. But to act like there aren't things that make no sense.
Right.
Yeah.
Like every place has its ups and downs, and you know what I'm saying? And some places have more on one side or the other. But to act like some of the downs on this city are not absurd. It's not even just that it's like, oh, it sucks that, like, for instance, LA has trash traffic. You know what I'm saying? Like, but
which is true.
And it's a fact. You know what I'm saying? How you can go about fixing that, if it's even able to be fixed, is one thing. But like, there's just some stuff about here that just... It doesn't make sense. It shouldn't happen, and it's constantly just looked over.
Yeah. Well, I hope that family can sue, because I'd be damned.
I hope so.
Let a rat bite my baby.
Rat bit my baby, and y'all been knowing this building was infested, and you ain't had nobody out here.
I'm taking out a block.
Okay. This about to be my project. They about to rename this whole tower after me, bitch.
Hello?
This whole fucking thing, bitch.
Let me just go ahead right here and write down my baby's name, because that will be the name of the street.
Print it just like that. Thank you so much.
LaToya Nicole Housing Project.
Terrace.
Yeah.
Yes.
Always a terrorist.
Fucked up.
Hello?
It's always a terrorist. All right. Well, XD, thank you so much for coming through.
Yay.
To the read this week. Let the people know where they can find you online.
You could always find me on Twitter and my website and Instagram at Xavier Delo. I have to spell that right.
Yes, and you and Jade have a show coming up this Sunday.
Yeah, XavierDleau on Twitter, and then there's a dot in between the Xavier and Delo on Instagram. Yeah, we do have a show on this Sunday here in New York City. At Drum Come, we have a wang dang doodle, Jade and I.
I always have fun at y'all's live shows.
We're the blackest show about nothing, and best believe it is the blackest show about nothing.
I would be there if I didn't have to go to my own show.
Right.
But shout out to y'all. Very excited and happy for you. Yes, speaking of us, that wraps up this week's episode of The Read. Follow us on social at This Is The Read. Our website is thisistheread.com. Tickets to our upcoming live shows at thereadlive.com. And yes, Philly, we will see y'all Sunday. Is that... I don't know if that's sold out or not, actually.
I'm not sure.
But regardless, we will see you, Philadelphia, on Sunday. And don't forget, the pop-up shop is going on in Philly from 12 to 3, hosted by our friend Asante at Gravy Studio and Gallery. So we will see you all there if you're in Philly. And let's see, Kifir, anything else from you?
Oh, Trilloween is just around the corner. If you're in the New York area or the LA area, October 26th for New York, October 28th for New York. Don't miss it. It's going to be a great time. Come out and have fun with us, even if you're saved. I know Christ as well, or whoever it is that you may, speak to. Maybe Halloween wasn't a part of your ministry growing up.
It wasn't.
It wasn't.
I'm just saying, this is less about...
No, Connie did not play that.
No. We had Halloween at church, but it wasn't...
Okay.
It wasn't even called Halloween.
It was not even called Halloween. No.
Like Easter, the sequel.
just come out. It's not about the Hallows Eve or pumpkins or anything. It's about getting drunk and shaking your ass in a costume, possibly.
Our church called it Hallelujah Night.
I think, yeah. It's Easter, the sequel.
It really was. You could wear your costumes and then go to the church and trick or treat at the church.
Yeah.
Then that was it.
It was lit because they had church punch, and so I was always...
I mean, honestly, we had a lot of good-ass candy.
We did.
Halloween.
Yes. Oh, you know what? That's what I'm going to call it when I do the same thing to my kids. Hell no, you're not trick-or-treating.
We going to Halloween. I don't know what the hell you thought.
You going to Hallelujah Ween.
Listen to the cool vocal styling of the Winans.
Or you could just sit in the living room while I drink some wine and play this Janae Aiko with my old ass.
Yeah. Or this Indiari.
On that fucking note.
I never made an Indiari
because
reference.
That is scary.
Yeah, that's...
All right, black people. Do we have an acronym this week?
Come up with an acronym. I'm so tired of doing it.
I don't know.
Wait, is this Wheeler?
It is.
Okay.
Oh my God! Name that jingle.
LLL.
Ladies
Lindsay
love
Lohan.
lesbians.
Bingo.
Was I right?
Yeah.
What?
Yes.
Yeah.
The fuck?
Yeah.
Ma'am, what's poppin'?
Shout out. Yeah.
Nigga, what?
If you need to find a lady who loves ladies, you could always go to Red Lobster or any seafood spot in your local neighborhood.
Ruby Tuesdays.
We will see you hoes next week.
Salad bar, bitch.
Hello?